Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, honorable participants, the loving audience, all beautiful people present here from all around the globe. I, Professor Nada Ratkovic, the IIU co-founder of Europe, the IIU president of Research Center, board member and country director of Croatia, is welcoming you all today for this beautiful session for and yes, I want to start with this. Happy World Humanitarian Day 2023. No matter what. Welcome all to the Global Youth Leadership Summit 2023 on the topic The Young Leaders for the SDGs, jointly organized by Global Community for Education 2030 International Internship University, IIU Research Centre. So, no matter who, no matter where, no matter what, we stand shoulder by shoulder with the communities we serve, no matter what. So, after all the changing roles of education and research in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals and SDGs, today we will learn to rethink, learn to act, learn to achieve with educated youth. The youth is our future, so we will promote the attitude of change, empower and mobilize. Human rights is an empowering framework for understanding and addressing justice issues at local, domestic, international levels, exploring important human rights themes, the equality, universality, interdependence of human rights, the idea of international crime, strategies of human rights change, and justice and reconciliation in the aftermath of human rights violation. I am pleased and honored to present our great organizers. International Internship University is a leading virtual education system, global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well-reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe with the help of 1,000 plus global educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries, 6 continents, under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. The sky is the limit for his education and hard work. Global Community for Education 2030 is and is formed to promote and implement United Nations 2030 Agenda SDG 4 for making education accessible to all through partnerships, policy guidance, capacity development, monitoring, and advocacy. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is a plan of action for people, for planet, for prosperity, comprising the 17 SDGs development goals. Sustainable Development Goal 4 is the education goal to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and also to promote lifelong learning opportunities for all, and it is the intention, the clarity of framework for action for the implementation of the SDG 4. So, Professor Pradipta Mandal is the founder of Global Educators Forum and Global Metaverse Community. Mr. Piyush Pandit, the founder of International Internship University, is the president. Professor Nada Ratkovic is the president of IIU Research Centre and COO of the Global Educators Forum. Dr. Snikta Kadam is the COO International Internship University and is the chairperson of Global Community for Education 2030. IIU Research Centre. IIU Research Centre is the unique hub establishment founded to provide research facilities by the visionary educationist and co-founder of IIU, Mr. Piyush Pandit. It is giving opportunity to the researchers, authors, educators, students, scholars across the globe to enhance the research opportunities, academic excellence, real-world problem-solving, knowledge creation, and dissemination. The high caliber of Global Educators team is dedicated to it. So, being here in IIU Research Center is really a special thing. Me, Professor Nada Ratkosh thinks if you have ever thought about science, technology, innovation, then we are here for you. We are waiting you. We are waiting you in our investigations of the phenomena for different purpose. So, Professor Nada Ratkoch will not talk today a lot. I will say once again, let's save and protect people in need together with our youth today. Happy World Humanitarian Day, no matter what. Let us start this amazing Global Youth Leadership Summit 2023 on the topic, the Young Leaders for the SDGs. And it's my honor to invite the master of our ceremony today. He is well known Professor Khairudin Sudharin, the FSILT adjunct professor at Asia Metropolitan University, AMU. He's coming from Malaysia. And yes, he is not only here, he is working for all the universities around the globe and very active with us in the global community for educators, in the International Internship University, in the International Internship University Research Center. So, welcome our great Dr. Professor Khairudin. We are really honored to have you here today with us. And yes, we cannot wait our youth to start sharing today their thoughts, their messages on this very important topic. We are here for our youth. Our youth is our future. Welcome.
Thank you, my friend, Professor Nada Ratkovic from Croatia. I am so honored and deeply humbled.
I think that you are so excited to be here with this amazing youth. We have youth from all around the world.
These amazing young people around the world, around the globe. Before I forget, happy World Humanitarian Day. And I, again, like you, Professor Nada, I will not be talking a lot. I'm all excited without forgetting also to mention Dr. Inga there, who is also with us.
Yes, I want to say today we have a big support from the International Internship University, as always. Our great head, Dr. Inga Karchilava, is with us today.
Yes. I am really excited. As I said, I'm honored and deeply humbled because I am in the company of the future of the world. These youths that are going to be with us tonight, I'm sure there are many more out there from different parts of the globe. They are the future, and it is our responsibility. And I'm glad that I am part tonight or today. Before I forget, good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. So to be able to share our views, our thoughts with the young people, but that can come later. At the moment, today, we would like to listen to these young people who are with us about their own views. Not more than 5 minutes, guys. I remind you, not more than 5 minutes. Your thoughts on the topic today, on the young and the SDGs. First of all, do you know what SDGs are? And then why they are important, as future leaders. So without further ado, may I proudly call upon our first young speaker for tonight, Miss Aisha Qureshi. I just saw her opening her screen. You can see her there to share with us her views, her thoughts on the topic today. Let's give Aisha a big round of applause. Aisha, all yours, please.
Good evening, everyone. I am Afsha Qureshi from India. Today, I will speak on the topic SDG 02, Zero Hunger, Stop Food Wastage. Most of you listening to me might never have experienced hunger. We have so much to eat every day. We have choices. We plan to make new dishes and try different types of foods. Some of you may think, do we really need to discuss hunger? Should we discuss about it? Ironically, the answer is yes for both the questions. It is alarming to know that millions of children all over the world go to bed every day without having meals. Hunger is listed as the cause for more number of deaths worldwide as compared to other diseases like tuberculosis, malaria, and AIDS. Zero hunger has been listed as goal number 2 among the 17 Sustainable Development Goals identified by the United Nations. The SDG 02 aims to end hunger by 2030 by developing sustainable solutions for it. Some of its prime objectives include achieve food security, reduce the rate of malnourishment, and promote sustainable farming practices to meet the global food requirements. There are millions of children who die due to hunger. There are many who are malnourished, and also a number of them have been born with health difficulties due to malnourished and anemic mothers. Globally, there are many problems that are related to hunger. Similarly, there are a number of solutions available on it. Some of the solution is to avoid food wastage. A lot of food is wasted every day from the marriage halls, restaurants, homes, and hostels. The leftover food is thrown in the dustbins without the knowledge that there are many who require it. If we have close look at the sources of food wastage in a city, we can find that the leftover food is sufficient to feed number of people. Another reason of food wastage is improper handling. Lack of storage facilities and natural disaster due to which an, a considerable amount of food items get destroyed before reaching us. Food wastage involves waste of efforts of farmers and of resources like seed, water, fertilizers, and that are needed for production and the resources required for processing and transporting the food items. We need to increase awareness among the people on stopping food wastage. We should respect food. We should realize the efforts of so many people due to whom we are able to eat, whether it is a cup of coffee in the morning or a big feast at a party. Each food item comes to us through the efforts of number of people. Some important measures to be adopted for avoiding food wastage are: first, develop smart buying habits. Avoid buying excess food items, especially the ones that get spoiled soon. Second, the excess food you have can be donated to the needy, but donating food should not encourage beggary. Try to donate to the people who can't earn for themselves. For example, you can donate excess food in orphanages and old age homes. Third, try to be mindful of your hunger and before having food on your plate, think twice about the items you have to eat and the ones you don't require. Fourth, develop a habit of praying before eating. Praying will help you to develop gratefulness for the food you have got. These few tips can help reduce food wastage. Next time, when you have leftover food at home, think about the millions who sleep hungry every night. A small step towards avoiding food wastage can save those millions of people who die due to hunger and the children who die due to diseases related to malnutrition. Stop food wastage, learn to donate it, and contribute to achieve the global goal of zero hunger for each person in this world. Thank you.
Professor Khairuddin, you are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Sorry, I was saying that Aisha Qureshi was from India, student class of 8. Now, from India, let's move to another country. We'll now go to Georgia. That's the fourth. And listen to Ambassador Eileen Salam Ben Beridze. She's also a student of grade 8, Quality Village Public School, Georgia, and she's also an international speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ambassador Eileen Salam Berenzi. All yours, Eileen.
Professor Karudin, she's an amazing daughter of our great Dr. Inga Karchilava, our great youth ambassador. She's our
No
youth
wonder.
ambassador. Yes.
No
So a
wonder.
big clap for all this youth
Yeah, let's give a
today.
big clap. Okay, Eileen, all yours.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Greetings with great love from Georgia. I'm very happy to be a part of this important summit and to represent my country, Georgia. Many thanks to Professor Pradipta Mandela for this opportunity. Thank you from the invitation. Also, a very big thanks to all the organizers, dear Professor Nada, my pleasure, and to our wonderful streamed moderator, Professor Kardin, IIU team, and of course, Mr. Piyush Pandit. I wish success to all young people. Okay, now let me give you my presentation. Now I share. Can you see?
Full screen, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Global Youth Leadership Summit 2023. The Sustainable Development Goals are a set of 17 goals and 169 indicators that all human member states agree to in order and achieve a better and more sustainable future. These goals address the global challenges we face today: poverty, inequality, prosperity, peace and justice, as well as climate and environmental challenges. These goals are closely related to each other, and in order to ensure that no one is left behind, it is important that each of these goals and indicators meet by 2030. In order to achieve the goals of sustainable development, it is necessary to place children at the center of the state's strategy and action plan. Education is the right of every person, which has great importance and potential. The principles of freedom, democracy, and sustainable development are based on education. There is no mission more important than universal education. It is becoming clear to the majority of the population of our planet that the environment in which modern man lives is not as favorable as we would like it to be. The air is polluted. Water and food do not always meet the requirements of health and safety. The climate is changing. Natural resources are running out. Plants and animals are disappearing. Animal species, biodiversity, and ecosystem are destroyed. The living environment has changed and continues to change in a not so beneficial directions. Now you see natural disasters this year. This is the landslide in Shaw in Georgia occurred on August 3, 2023 at approximately 3 p.m. Cottages and people were lost in the mud. And I'm sorry for your terrible Georgia. And 27 people lost their lives in the tragedy. And this is Hawaii. The death toll from the fire reaches 110. And August 17, 2023. And the first fires, this is 13 cities in Canada. The government has ordered evacuation. Okay. Therefore, it's not surprising that people have questions. Why and how much the environment changed? Why waste humanity tomorrow? Can economy, society, and environment be reconciled? What kind of world we need in the future, and how to change the world for the better? Developing the concepts of education for sustainable development is UNESCO's answer to these questions and exiting problems. Education has always been an effective tool in changing the stereotypes of thinking and behavior to modernize society, economy, and the state as a whole. That's why even today education has a key role to play in bringing out the changes necessary to achieve sustainable development. The study of sustainable development issues requires an unfiled interdisciplinary approach. Issues related to sustainable development should be organically integrated into the programs of various academic disciplines. Lessons should completely focus on the relationship between the subject being studies and the sustainable of or unsustainability of natural, economic, social, and other aspects of human life and activity. The teaching process must be organized in such a way that the students themselves draw a conclusion about the existence of the need for harmony between human life and the environment. A new civilization must bring with a new economy, new scientific knowledge, and new educational programs. And people need to understand and they embrace new civil attitudes and more principles. Obviously, education for sustainable development can and shall use all the positive achievement of both traditional and ecological and natural science education. Enriching in the world with a social, economical, and cultural context, taking into account local characteristics. Only then will pupils of students have the opportunity to discuss, analyze, and understand consumer behaviors, business, technology, social equalities, and most importantly, learn and to be able to predict the future. Education for sustainable development is a
Elena, you are muted. Unmute yourself, please, there.
now can you hear me?
Yes,
we
yes,
can hear you.
great there,
Please
yes.
proceed.
Yes, educators must always be ready to receive and rethinking, pre-existing, and establish benefits in response to change in the world that are and will continue to occur. Teachers face 4 main tasks to help students understand and why understanding the importance of sustainable development is necessary, to actively involve students in discussing the problem of sustainable development, to teach how to able to discuss problems from different perspectives, and teach and encourage students to think about sustainable development issues not only in the classroom but also outside the formal education system. The time has come when teachers, in accordance with the requirements of sustainable development of education, should critically review the end activities. The examples chosen to understand the problem should probably be related to the residential location of the students, the region. In the case, they are more familiar, real, and understandable for students, and accordingly the motivation to discuss and analyze them increases. In order to live in a sustainable world, people must be able to imagine a sustainable future and the realistic ways and means to help us get there. In order for the ideas of sustainable development to become really attractive and interesting for students, teachers should be more often discuss the issues related to the personal benefits obtained as a result of the implementation of certain plans and programs. And I'm lucky to have such teacher in my school in global life. Thank you all for your hard work. I'm sure that together we will change the world for the better. The main thing is to start acting locally from our territories and then units globally. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Ambassador Eileen Salam Beridze. She shared with us UNSDG 4, which is quality education. And the first speaker from India, Aisha Nazir Qureshi, just now, started off tonight's summit by sharing with us SDG 2. She spoke about zero hunger. Now, from India, and then we move on to Georgia. Now let's fly back nearer to where I live. I'm somewhere nearby, but not there. Let's move to Philippines. And I'd like to call upon Raiza Plaza Mendoza. She's a student at St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, Philippines. Where are you? Are you there?
Professor Sarudin, yes, the Philippine students
Francis.
are always here.
Wonderful. All your Francis, please share with us your 5 minutes of tonight's summit.
Is my screen visible po?
Yes.
Thank you. Good day to everyone in this Zoom meeting. I am Frances Reisha Mendoza from St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, Philippines. Before I start presenting, I want to express my gratitude to Sir Tari Ida Kanay for giving me an opportunity, and to everyone in this Zoom meeting to present my qualitative ethnographic research paper with the title of Exploring Body Image Disturbance Among Young Females in a School. That I believe this will help promote and protect mental health that was defined as an integral part of health by the World Health Organization. And why so? Well, a disturbance on one's body image, which refers to the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors one has about their body. This can impact an individual's ability to achieve and maintain good health. For the content, it has been going around for centuries as the ideology of body image continues to evolve as it is portrayed through the media. Body image also often develops during the adolescence period, and research suggests that women are more likely to have lowered body satisfaction and increased body concern compared to men. This picture they have in their heads changes the way of how they feel about their own skin, and from this, it increases the body disturbance and risks in their mental health. Although many people of different ages experience dissatisfaction with their body's appearance, children as young as 3 starts to stigmatize themselves for how they look. This period represents the stage where the development of positive and negative body image in a child's growth is affected by major physical, psychological, and social changes. And moving on, the aim of the study was to explore awareness, knowledge, and attitude of young females towards the concept of body image in modern times, to further understand about this construct. And moreover, the results of this qualitative ethnographic study will help promote body positivity. Moving on to the next slide. Before the next slide, the research questions that came up with this study were: how do young females' body image influence their activities of daily living? What role? Second, what role does the school community play in building positive body image? And third, what are the challenges or struggles in building a positive body image? And these research questions will be answered later on in this presentation. For the next slide, the conceptual framework shows my profile of respondents, process in obtaining their data necessary for this study, and the outputs. The gathered data, which are the themes that answers the 3 research questions mentioned earlier. And for the methods, the data was gathered through observations inside the school premises and through an online or digital open-ended questionnaire, specifically through Google Forms that were distributed using the Messenger app to the young 7 female high school students from St. Patrick's School of Quezon City. And purposive sampling technique was used to search for respondents who can and were willing to provide the information needed. The study, of course, made use of ethnographic qualitative study under Spradley's approach, where it is defined as a process of getting to know individuals and groups of people through observations in the participants' natural environment and interviews as the primary methods for gathering data, since observations alone would not be sufficient. For the results, I have made a table of categories and came up with themes that answers the 3 research questions. In the first research question, which was how do young females' body image influence their activities of daily living? This was answered by the theme of psychological outcomes of external expectations. While body image and how one sees themselves occurs within us or internally, external factors are to be considered in one's psychological state in regards to their body image. To summarize their answers, according to person number 2, if someone criticizes me for not meeting societal beauty standards, I may feel self-conscious and ashamed of my body, which can affect the confidence and overall well-being of a person. Moreover, person number 1 and person number 3 mentions that confidence can affect interactions with peers, decisions, and approaches on various situations throughout the day. Furthermore, to support their statements, the receipt from 2018 mentioned that people engage with unhealthy habits, mentally and physically, due to the negative social impacts, such as imposing others' opinions on appearance. For the second research question, this was answered by the theme of the absence of body positivity education. Oh, and the question was, what role does the school community play in building positive body image? Many students are knowledgeable about body positivity, but also a significant number of students remain negative on this matter, which affects students' mental state at school, causing them to lose focus and have a low self-esteem throughout the day. To support the statements made by the respondents, Longhind from 2023 and Tejada from 2021 stated that effective body image interventions can help students and school promote body positivity in several ways, such as not tolerating body shaming, teasing, and bullying. Last research question is, what are the challenges or struggles in building a positive body image, which was answered by the theme of the cycle in building positive body image. The cycle in building a positive body image involves challenges before self-acceptance, that when external disturbance occurs, the cycle repeats. And of course, developing a positive body image takes time and effort, according to Woodbury 2011. The challenges and struggles can hinder a person's growth and can also be like the tools to overcome a negative body perception. Ultimately, many participants have shared and showed that they don't exactly overcome a negative perception of themselves, but distract themselves rather from that fact. And according to Allen and Leary from 2010, distracting oneself is a coping strategy. Finally, the findings were presented and centered on young females and how personal experiences also greatly influence body image. Negative experience such as bullying, body shaming, or insensitive comments can have a long-lasting impact on self-esteem and body perception of a person. This research study encouraged young female participants to share experiences, creating a supportive space for individuals. And while it is often disregarded, the normalization of negative body talk is constantly battled by society, yet society, particularly the media, also holds unrealistic beauty standards that focus on external appearance. Furthermore, the normalization of making critical comments about one's appearance perpetuates the idea that body dissatisfaction is normal and not a significant concern, leading to a disregard for addressing these issues seriously. And once again, I believe this study is mainly under SDG 3, Good Health and Well-Being. This is to promote and protect mental health that was defined as an integral part of health by the World Health Organization. As written in my presentation, body disturbance is closely related to mental health and well-being and can impact individuals' ability to achieve and maintain good health, which is a key focus of Sustainable Development Goal number 3. The final slide are the references in the making of this research study. That is all po, and thank you for listening.
Wow, thank you, Ms. Francis Mendoza. That was an interesting research, and I think it's just not meant for females; it's also meant for males. And I think it's a global phenomenon. And this, what you call body consciousness, positivism, whatever it is, it's also I read somewhere it's contributing to global mental health. So Bravo, well done, Francis. I hope somebody picks up and do, a more detailed research on it and look at it globally, and maybe in different cultures they look at it differently. But I think it's a global phenomenon. Thank you again, Francis, for sharing.
Yes,
with us,
Professor
which is
Khairuddin, Professor Khairuddin, let
Yes.
us call for a minute an amazing person who is staying always with this amazing students. He is with
Yes,
us.
yes.
He's our well-known Dr. Dari Dakanai. Dr. Dari, we are so proud on you and on your students. They are
Yeah,
amazing.
no wonder I saw him there. So I suspect Dr. Dari Nakane must be her professor.
Yes, he's their professor.
Well
Dr.
done.
Dari, please,
Well
two
done,
words.
Dr. Dari. Great
How you
presentation
inspire
and a
them.
great research. Well done, well done. Okay. We will look at it again, yeah, Dr. Professor Nada. Now, without wasting more time, I'd like to call upon our next speaker from Philippines. Let us now fly and move on to Azerbaijan. Our next speaker is Abadzadeh Nurlana. She's a student of grade 11 from Lachin District School in Azerbaijan. Where are you? Where are you? Are you there?
Hello.
Oh, okay, Nuriana Abadzadeh. Okay, all yours. Please share with us your thoughts on today's topics. Please, all yours.
Hi everyone, I am glad to see all of you. My name is Nurlana Basada. I am 16 years old and I am from Azerbaijan. I am an 11th grade student of Lachin District, school number 28. My presentation is about gender equality. Wait a minute, please. There are many values and concepts expressing these values in the world, but no concept can show the value expressed by the word of woman. Regardless of the language in which it is written, a woman's name is an expression of the highest qualities that God has given to people. This name is the address where elegance and power are combined, where feelings that protect the world begin. In the important moments of the countries and peoples, peace and humanism won in the image of woman. The history of the world is also rich with persistent struggles for gender equality. Since the formation of a free human society, women who have been fighting for their rights have proven that they aren't behind men by overcoming various difficulties along the way. As you know, gender equality means that all genders have equal rights and duties. Like all human rights, it is necessary to fight for gender equality and defend it. In general, gender equality means the equality of men and women in political, economic, and cultural fields. In European countries, a number of laws have been adopted and certain steps have been taken about it. But still, ensuring gender equality remains as a problem for the world. The gender trend manifests itself in different ways in different countries. Azerbaijan, the country where I live, has done important work in the direction after gaining independence. Although there are many achievements, there are problems. In order to solve these problems in our country, the state established the State Committee on Family, Women, and Children's Problems. This committee is currently highly active in protecting the rights of women and girls. At the same time, according to the results of the International Economic Forum held in 2008, Azerbaijan ranked the 61st among the countries of the world in terms of gender equality. The people of Azerbaijan have historically treated women with respect. Azerbaijani woman who won the right to vote in 1918 has developed a path equal to several centuries in the 20th century. In history, Azerbaijani women like Sara Khatun, Nigar, Hajar have been symbols of heroism. They fought with men on the battlefield. Today we have such brave women. Today, women are the majority in the management system of Azerbaijan. There are women in all fields now. 81.9% of teachers in schools, 57.4% in universities, and 2/3 of doctors are women. 59.2% of female researchers. The number of female deputies in the Milli Majlis reached 18.6%. The first Vice President of the Republic of Azerbaijan is Mrs. Mehriban Aliyeva, the Goodwill Ambassador of ISESCO and UNESCO. The chairperson of the Milli Majlis is Sahiba Gafarova, and the chairperson of the State Committee on Women and Children's Issues of the Republic of Azerbaijan is Bahar Muradova. This list can be continued. However, I can say with regret that there are still women whose rights are violated in some regions. Law violations against women aren't caused by the state and society. Domestic violence happens. However, our state is taking very good measures against it. I think that in order to eliminate this problem, whether in my country or in other countries, great importance should be given to education. Apart from education, women should be talked about their rights. This can lead them becoming more aware of their rights and better able to defend themselves. There are no more girls or boys left out of education in my country. I am proud of it because the healthy future of every country depends on its successful education. I will work to defend women's rights in my future professional activity. As Furstenberg said, everything is in the hands of person, and the person is in the hands of a woman. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Nuriana Abaradze from Azerbaijan, for sharing a wonderful picture of gender equality in Azerbaijan. Okay, and at the same thing, you also covered the SDG 5, yeah, gender equality. Okay, now from Azerbaijan, let's now go back to the Philippines. I'd like to call upon Elijah Johan Encalado, student at St. Patrick's School in Quezon City. Where are you, Elijah? Are you there?
Hello.
Oh,
Wait lang.
okay, you are there, Elijah. All yours. You're still muted. Oh, okay, you're putting on your slide. Okay.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Elijah Johan Caliado from St. Patrick's School of Quezon City in the Philippines, and today I am honored to have an opportunity to present the importance and the impact of having an afforestation activity in school in order to create a sustainable campus with relation to the SDG number 50, Life on Land. Climate change is a growing global issue that is threatening the sustainability of our planet. It already has caused many negative effects, such as an increase in greenhouse gas emissions, which led to various phenomena. And a powerful tool to mitigate the impact of climate change is afforestation. But firstly, what is afforestation? Afforestation, according to Bajan 2022, afforestation is when tree planting occurs in an area without trees, creating a new forest. In addition, FAO stated that it is done in order to combat deforestation and lessen the effects of climate change, as it emphasizes the significance of planting new forests. Moreover, according to Bajan 2022, some of the benefits that afforestation can provide are the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, enhancement of soil quality, prevention or stopping desertification, giving wild local habitat, building windbreaks, and possibly even improving water quality. However, afforestation does not only give aid to the environment but to humans as well. Based on the study of Gore and many more in 2019, children who took part in afforestation activities fared far better academically and psychologically than those who did not. On the top of that, study by Villanueva and many more in 2019 showed that afforestation may benefit mental health as well, since having more trees around showed a significant reduction in symptoms of depression and anxiety. As for the problem of the study, it was answered by the following questions. What benefits do afforestation initiatives provide for a sustainable campus? And what are the challenges possible in its afforestation initiatives? and for the conceptual framework of the study serves as the roadmap for the study. It shows the relevant concepts for study and relationship of those concepts to each other. It starts with the relationship between afforestation and sustainable campus. Then, it shows the afforestation program implemented in a school to achieve a sustainable campus, along with the impact and challenges it brings. Lastly, it presents the possible cause of these challenges and the solution made up to solve these challenges. For the methodology, the research design used for this study is a qualitative study. And according to Robert Yin in 2018, the research method entails collecting and analyzing qualitative data from one or more cases to another to examine and comprehend a phenomenon of interest. The qualitative study typically involves in-depth data gathering techniques and data analysis techniques. Furthermore, a qualitative case study's objectives are to provide a thorough account on those cases or instances, produce fresh ideas or hypotheses on the phenomenon being investigated, and to offer context-specific information that can guide practice or policy. The study was conducted at St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, which is located at 43 General Avenue, JSS Village, Quezon City. This location was chosen since it was accessible to the researcher and the researcher had prior knowledge and familiarity with the school and its community, making it a convenient choice to conduct the research study. As for the sampling technique, propulsive sampling was used for the study. Propulsive sampling employs an probability method where the researcher uses their knowledge to select research participants that they could aid them in meeting the goals of the study. The research participants for the study are all teachers at the school, and they were chosen because the school teachers offer a huge influence on the people to achieve a sustainable campus through afforestation initiatives. The instrument used in the study is an online survey in the form of a questionnaire that consists of multiple and open-ended questions that are handed out to respective respondents. And as for the data gathering procedure, thematic data analysis was used, since the data collection method aims to identify and analyze patterns or themes within the data. And moving on to the results of the study, it showed that not all teachers are familiar with afforestation. However, some of them have an idea of what it's about. The results also revealed that there are afforestation-related programs in the school, such as tree planting and Sukana. Sukana is an SDG project with the mission to bring innovative minds together to create real-time activities and be part of an extraordinary initiative to protect and save the planet. These results also imparted the benefits of afforestation in a school. These benefits include fresh and healthy breathing space, giving additional aesthetic value to the school, shading from the harmful UV rays of the sun, creating a greener environment, lessening pollution like greenhouse gas emissions, and it creates sanctuary for birds. Furthermore, the results showed that one of the most concerns of the research participants for the afforestation initiative programs is the lack of enough space or limited room for tree planting inside the school campus. Besides, the problem of finding an area with good quality soil is also a major concern based on the gathered data from the questionnaires. The results exhibit the lack of manpower, community support, efforts, consistency, budget, lack of knowledge, awareness, and lack of proper utilization of resources in the school are the challenges of afforestation activities on the campus. And after a thorough consideration and assessment in regard to the findings of the qualitative study, the researcher recommends the following. 1. Create fundraising programs or donation boxes to help gather enough money to support the activities related to the afforestation. Second, initiate seminars, webinars, or online conferences that talk about afforestation in order to encourage people to help in afforestation activities and to increase their knowledge about it as well. Third, partner with environmental organizations to gain support, resources, and additional knowledge from them. Fourth, develop a comprehensive plan on where to plant trees so that there will be more space for tree planting activities. Fifth, incorporate a comprehensive plan. Fifth, incorporate afforestation and other fields related to it into the school curriculum to improve their understanding of sustainability and the importance of preserving the environment. Six, establish a team that's responsible for afforestation programs in the school. And seven, to broaden the research setting, the research into the procedure and considerations for initiating afforestation programs. And here are the references I have used for this presentation. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Elijah, Johan, and Kalado. That was an exciting, interesting study that your school has done, and which illuminated the understanding, the meaning of the SDG 15. So, in a nutshell, what you shared with us is it's all what SDG 15 is all about. Thank you very much. From the Philippines, now let's fly to South Africa. Our next speaker is Ambassador Azra F. Maya. She's a student MMSG South Africa and then also ambassador of many global platforms. Where is Ambassador Azra Maya? Your slide.
Can we end the presentation? Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Elijah, your slide. Can you remove that? You know, you're still sharing the screen, Elijah.
Yeah.
You haven't exited from the screen yet.
Yes, Elijah, please. Oh, he's trying. Okay,
Okay.
great.
All right, great. Thank you, Elijah, brother Elijah and Kalado. Excellent presentation. I'm waiting for Azra Maya. Are you there? I can see your what do you call? But I haven't seen you online yet. Azra, are you there?
She was here, Professor, but now I don't see her. Please move on.
Okay. Okay, we will call her back again later. Now, I think she's got some network problems there now. Okay, we
Okay.
move on to India now. Let's go to India. And I'd like to call upon Shania Singh. She's a student of class 4, Mahadevi Birla World Academy, Kolkata, India. And she's the world's youngest storyteller from India. Where is Shania? Shania, are you there?
I don't, Professor, move. I don't see her.
Okay, she thinks that she's not her slot yet. Okay, the next one. Let me see.
Professor, at the Philippines, it's so late. All the Philippine students are here. Please call them.
Okay, the Philippines are all here. Huh? Right.
Yes, they are all here, so please call them.
Right. Let me look at, okay. We just had Raiza. We just had Elijah. Shania, okay. Let me see. Okay. Can I call now Maria Nunes from Quezon City? Where are you there, Maria? Miss Maria?
Yes, she is.
Okay. You're a student from St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, Philippines. Please share with us your thoughts. Marla or Maria Nunes?
Marla.
Oh, Marla, sorry. Okay. All right. Please, all yours.
Greetings, everyone. I am Marla O. Nunes, a senior high school student from St. Patrick's School of Quezon City. Today, I will be briefly discussing my qualitative research paper entitled The Lived Experience of Dog Lovers Among Senior High School. Proceeding, the first part will be the introduction. To all dog owners around the world, we all know that dogs play a significant role in our lives. This research introduction tackles the overview of my topic, the experiences of owning a dog while being a senior high school student. It also shows the factors, challenges, and benefits of a student owning a dog. Next would be the conceptual framework. The researcher used philosophical underpinning to represent the conceptual idea of my study. The image in the middle shows a senior high school student together with their pet dog. The images surrounding it represent the benefits, factors, and challenges of a student owning a dog. It may affect the student physically, emotionally, and mentally. It also shows that a dog can affect its owner positively and negatively. Methodology. This research study used a qualitative phenomenological research method. Phenomenology, in my own definition, is a research approach that focuses on the perspective of those who have experienced such an event or topic. Purposive sampling is used in this research. It is a sampling technique where participants are selected based on specific criteria or purposes and is not a probability sampling method. The data for this research was gathered virtually via Google Forms and was distributed through Facebook Messenger. After, the data was analyzed through thematic analysis. Results and discussion. To sum up my research paper, the researcher found the different experiences, difficulties, and insights of the chosen student dog lovers inside our campus of St. Patrick's School. The lived experiences of everyone may be different, but there will always be commonalities between each experience. Experience can be an important tool for students as they navigate their academic and professional journeys. Recommendations. For the students, the recommendation for students is to further gather knowledge about the needs, factors, and challenges of owning a pet dog. Students should consider their living situation, schedule, and financial stability before owning a dog. For the teachers who have students with pet dogs are recommended to comprehend their responsibilities. Teachers must be considerate to their students and recognize that students have additional responsibilities at home. For the community, it is recommended that the community raise awareness and knowledge about how senior high school students that are dog owners can share their experiences with the community, such as organizing events and programs about pet ownership. For future researchers are advised to consider ethical consideration when involving animals and human participants in their research. Additionally, I can relate my research presentation to the Sustainable Development Goal number 3, good health and well-being. In SDG 3, owning a pet was mentioned as being associated with improved physical and psychological health of the owner. Before I end my presentation, I would like to end it with a quote from Roger Carras. Dogs are not our whole life, but they make our lives whole. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maria Nunes, for sharing with us SDG 3. I like the part when you mentioned about dogs, that they can affect a person positively and they can also affect them negatively. So be careful, guys, when you own a dog. Okay, from what you call Nunes Mavla. Now let's move back to South Africa. I'd like to call upon Azra Mia. She's already there waiting for us. Azra, all yours.
Thank you. Greetings to everyone present here today. I'm Ambassador Azra F. Mia from South Africa. I greet everyone in the universal greetings with peace and blessings as always. So today we are talking about a very important topic. Well, COVID-19 has changed our lives forever. The way we work, the way we are at schools, the way we move about and communicate in general. As much as there were negatives during the COVID-19 period, there were also many positives, as this could be a turning point in history. Let us seize the moment and change course towards a more sustainable lifestyle by understanding. One second. All right. My apologies. Okay. SDG 1 talks about ending poverty in all its forms everywhere. More than 700 million people still live in extreme poverty all over the world. Poverty affects developed countries as well. Currently, right now in the world, over 30 million countries and over 30 million children are growing up poor in the world's richest countries. Eradicating poverty in all forms remains one of the greatest challenges facing humanity. SDG 2 talks about ending hunger, achieving food security and improved nutrition, and promoting sustainable agriculture. More than 750 million people suffer from hunger worldwide. This vast majority in developing countries as well. Hunger and malnutrition are barriers to sustainable development because hungry people are less productive, more prone to disease, and are less able to promote their livelihoods. To end all forms of hunger and malnutrition by 2030 and ensure that all people, especially children, have access to sufficient and nutritious food all year round requires promoting sustainable agriculture, such as supporting small-scale farmers, allowing equal access to land, technology, and markets. SDG 3 talks about ensuring the healthy lives and promoting well-being for all at all ages. The Sustainable Development Goals make a bold commitment to end the epidemics of AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, and other communicable diseases by 2030. The aim is to achieve universal health coverage and provide access to safe, affordable medicines and vaccines for all. SDG number 4 talks about ensuring all inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning for all of us. In addition to free primary and secondary education and schooling for all boys and girls by 2030, the aim is to provide equal access to affordable vocational training, eliminate gender and wealth disparities, and achieve universal access to quality higher education. Education is the key that will allow many other sustainable development goals to be achieved. When people are able to get quality education, they can break from the cycle of poverty. Education helps to reduce inequalities to reach gender equality. It also empowers people everywhere and all over the world to live a more healthy and sustainable life. Education is also very crucial to fostering tolerance between people and contributes to more peaceful countries in general. We as the youth play a huge role in targets being achieved by 2030. We need to take time to learn every single SDG and understand what we can do in our countries, our towns, and our cities around the world to make this easier to achieve successfully and globally. This is a youth leadership summit and we are leaders already. So let's try to also actively get involved as youth leaders in developing awareness of our SDGs. I'd like to say thank you to dear Sir Piyush Pandit and also to Mr. Pradipta for this opportunity today. I am very honored to be an International Internship University Ambassador in South Africa. Lovely to see you, Professor Nada, as always, and thank you so much to Professor Khairuddin, and Assalamu alaikum to you as well. Thank you all for this wonderful opportunity, and I'm so happy to be a part of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Azra, Maya, for sharing with us your views on a few of the SDGs a while ago. Now we are still in what you call South Africa. Let's now move to Zimbabwe. I'd like to call upon Nicole Lufel. Nicole Lufel, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, you are
Great
there,
to you.
Nicole. Please, Miss Nicole, please.
Professor Khairuddin, you see her beautiful suit on her. She's so beautiful. Student.
Yes, absolutely. And look, she's so smart in her uniform. Oh my God. Excellent. All yours, Nicole.
Good day to you all. My name is Nicole Lufeli and I'm from Nusitanga Primary School in Zimbabwe. Let me share my screen. Today, I'm going to talk about SDG number 1 and 2. SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goals. The program started in 2015 to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all by 2030. There are 17 SDGs, namely, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, and partnership for the goals. SDG number 1. SDG number 1 is no poverty. As youth members of Zimbabwe, we are working on this goal by nationally implying appropriate social systems like Fumbudza. This is when people in the village are taught to farm. This can provide career opportunities. Gender equality. We are making sure both males and females have the same career opportunities. SDG number 2. SDG number 2 is zero hunger. By 2030, we are aiming to have ended all forms of hunger around the world. We are doing this through supporting local food systems and markets. By supporting them, we are providing more markets for the people to buy food, which is reducing hunger around the world. Fumbudza, it also provides food because by harvesting time, people will have enough food to feed their families for the whole year and have surplus to sell and get money for school fees, etc. Thank you for listening to me and for the time you have given to share this to you.
Thank you, Nicole. That was sweet and short. You covered 2 SDGs, right? No poverty and zero hunger. Okay, now from Zimbabwe, let's fly back to the Philippines. I'd like to call upon Muhammad Ismail Hussein Khan, also from St. Patrick's School in Quezon City. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, you are there. Okay, all yours, Muhammad. Muhammad Khan.
Distinguished guests, esteemed professors, scholars, moderators, and all attendees, I am Muhammad Ismail Hussein J. Khan, a STEM student from St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, Philippines. It is a tremendous honor for me to be here at the prestigious Senior High School Research Colloquium. Before I proceed with my presentation exploring teachers' perception of bright space, I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Dari E. Dakanay for granting me this opportunity once again to share my insights. I also extend my sincere appreciation to each and every one of you who have joined us in this Zoom meeting. Now, starting from my introduction, the COVID-19 pandemic has significantly impacted education systems worldwide, leading to a widespread adoption of online and remote learning. Learning management systems such as Brightspace have become increasingly popular, offering a range of features to support online teaching and learning. However, integrating technology into classroom instruction faces barriers such as restrictive policies, time constraints, lack of resources, and inadequate professional development, according to the study by Johnson 2016 and Gopcha 2012. Concerns about student distraction and technology detracting from instructional time also exist, according to the study of von Coulson et al. 2017. Therefore, it is vital to provide opportunities for teachers to enhance their familiarity and confidence with technology and to foster a supportive school community that encourages collaboration and learning from technologically savvy peers, according to a study by Kelly 2015 and Kopcha 2012. As a result, investigating faculty perceptions of integrating Brightspace into classroom instruction can shed light on the potential barriers and benefits of technology integration in a higher education. Challenges in technology integration are attributed to internal and external factors, such as teachers' attitude, lack of time, inadequate training, or the gadget's compatibility and internet issues. For the aim of the study, first is to explore the challenges and benefits of using Brightspace in the classroom instruction. Second, investigate the strategies and techniques employed by faculty to integrate the learning management system into the teaching practices successfully. And lastly, examine faculty perceptions and attitudes towards the use of technology in the classroom and how this may impact the integration of Brightspace into teaching practices. For the statement of the problem of the study was the challenge of integrating technology into classroom instruction. While the use of technology in education is becoming increasingly prevalent, research has shown that there are still barriers to its effective integration, according to Johnson et al. 2016 and Kopcha 2012. Thus, the purpose of this qualitative case study were, first, explore the challenges and benefits of using Brightspace in classroom instruction. Second, investigate the strategies and techniques employed by faculty to integrate the learning management system into the teaching practices successfully. And lastly, Identify the factors that may facilitate or impede its effective integration. For the conceptual framework, my input and for my profile of respondents were the faculty members or teachers who have already used or experienced the LMS Brightspace or are interested in integrating the LMS in their classroom instruction. For the process, data analysis using survey or questionnaire has been used. For the output, I have come with the 3 themes that will be discussed after. For the method, this study used a case study methodology to explore faculty perception of integrating Brightspace into classroom instruction within a specific context following Yin's 2014. A case study is an empirical inquiry that investigates a contemporary phenomenon within real-life context, especially when the boundaries between the phenomenon and context are not clearly evident. Case studies can provide rich and detailed in-depth insights into the phenomenon being studied and can be used to explore various research questions such as how and why questions. For the data gathering procedure for this study involved using an open-ended questionnaire administered through the popular online survey platform Google Forms. This method was selected because it was user-friendly, cost-effective, and allowed for the collection of qualitative data in a more efficient manner. The questionnaire consists of open-ended questions which allow participants to provide detailed and comprehensive responses. The data analysis for this study utilized thematic analysis, a widely used qualitative research method to identify and analyze patterns in the data related to the faculty members' perception of integrating Brightspace into classroom instruction. The semi-structured interviews and open-ended questionnaires were transcribed and analyzed for common themes and patterns, which were then organized into categories and subcategories. The use of open-ended questions aligned with the recommendation of Brown and Clark 2006, who highlighted the benefits of such questions in qualitative research for capturing diverse and rich data that may not be captured by close-ended questions. Thematic analysis facilitated the identification of patterns and themes, provided a comprehensive understanding of faculty members' experiences with Brightspace integration. For the results, and here are the 3 questions and the 3 themes that I came up with. For the first question, what are your overall perception of integrating Brightspace into your classroom instruction? How has your experience been with using Brightspace into your teaching? The faculty members expressed diverse perspectives on integrating Brightspace into their classroom instruction. Overall, the feedback was positive, with participants highlighting Brightspace user-friendly interface. As T1 stated, I think this is a good LMS since it is user-friendly and it is easy to upload lecture notes as well as assignments. The experience has been good when I'm using Brightspace in my teaching since it helps the supplication of the lesson. T3 also shared a positive view stating I have found it as an effective tool where I can store or upload my lessons and modules and assignments for the students to see it, do it, and submit their work to at the end of the day. However, there were desire for more pre-existing educational resources to supplement teaching materials, as T4 pointed out, accessible for students but not that useful for teachers because we still need to upload our own lessons instead of providing us new sets of PowerPoint and worksheets. These findings align with previous research and underscore the importance of improving resource availability to further support teachers using Brightspace in their instructional practices. For the question number 2, here are the responses. And can you describe how you integrate Brightspace into your classroom instruction? What types of activities or assignments do you use on Brightspace, and how do you enhance student learning? In integrating Brightspace into their classroom instruction, faculty members utilize the platform for various purposes. T1 focus on uploading videos, lectures, and notes and engage in activities such as simulation and drills, allowing students to revisit lessons and practice concepts at their own pace. T2 emphasized Brightspace as central storage for learning content, including external links, while also serving as an assessment and evaluation tool. T3 adopted a flexible approach by combining in-person discussions and uploaded activities for self-paced learning. T4 highlighted the use of Brightspace for posting presentations, activities, and research-based assignments supporting students' educational needs. T5 recognized the benefits of creating a paperless environment through Brightspace, enabling easy sharing of announcements, assignments, lessons, and assessments. This integration of traditional teaching styles with online strategies promoted the student participation and engagement. For the question number 3, which is the last question, what are some of the challenges you have faced when integrating Brightspace into classroom instruction? How have you addressed these challenges, and what other strategies have worked for you? Are there any areas where you still struggle with using Brightspace, and why? Based on the respondents' feedback, several challenges were identified integrating Brightspace into classroom instruction. T1 mentioned difficulties in formatting formulas and reliance on internet connectivity for quizzes and exams. T2 highlighted connection reliability issues and need for accommodations. T3 noted the limitation of Brightspace to online usage only. T4 experienced occasional system failures and the need for troubleshooting. T5 faced challenges with internet connection, gadget compatibility, and system slowdown caused by network traffic. To address these challenges, respondents implemented various strategies. T1 sought assistance from colleagues and conducted online research. T2 provided accommodations such as time extension for students with connectivity problems. T4 repeated the uploading process and checked the internet connection when encountering system failures. Despite the benefits persistent, the challenges remain in the Brightspace integration. T1 and T5 identified internet connectivity as a major hurdle for both students and teachers. T3 highlighted the limitation of Brightspace online usage only, which may hinder access to course materials offline. Additionally, teacher number 5 mentioned gadget compatibility issues, particularly for computer and robotics subject. These challenges align with the study of Earthmers on 1999, categorization of technology integration barriers, and emphasize the need to address hardware limitations, limited access, inadequate technical support, and pedagogical barriers. Infrastructures and technology were also identified as significant barriers to e-learning implementation during the pandemic, according to Quadri et al. 2017. Regarding faculty perception, the findings indicated an overall positive view of Brightspace, emphasizing its user-friendly nature, ease of uploading course materials, and benefits in facilitating administrative tasks. Participants highlighted the platform's effectiveness in storing and sharing lessons, modules, and assignments, promoting student engagement, communication, and streamlining the grading processes. The student study also revealed a desire for additional pre-made educational resources to supplement teaching materials and enhance instructional practices. In terms of integrating Brightspace into the classroom instruction, faculty members utilized the platform for various purposes, such as uploading videos and lecture notes, providing interactive activities, simulations, and drills, and creating a centralized hub for organizing and assessing learning content. The use of Brightspace facilitated the combination of in-person and self-paced online learning, encouraging student participation, engagement, and progress tracking. The integration of traditional teaching styles with online strategies was also noted as a positive aspect. Challenges associated with Brightspace integration included issues with formatting formulas for online quizzes, reliance on internet connectivity, occasional system failures, and gadget compatibility. Faculty members addressed the challenges by seeking assistance from colleagues, conducting online research, providing accommodations for students, and troubleshooting technical issues. However, persistent challenges remain, such as internet connectivity impacting both teachers and students and limitation of Brightspace to online usage only. Overall, the findings highlighted the positive impact of integrating Brightspace in the classroom instruction, along with the need to address challenges related to infrastructure, technical support, and pedagogical barriers and considerations. The study contributed to a comprehensive understanding faculty members' perception and experience regarding the integration of Brightspace, offering a valuable insights for enhancing the technology integration in higher education settings. Before I conclude my presentation, I'd like to leave you with all a quote. Great teachers have unique skills that technology can fully replace, but when this teacher uses technology as a tool, it opens up an amazing opportunities which help create a learning experience that motivates and empowers students to do their best. Once again, my name is Mohammed Ismail Hussein Jaykan. Thank you for listening, and I appreciate your attention to my presentation.
Thank you, Muhammad Ismail Hussein. As I was listening to you, I was trying to figure out which SDG should your study be lumped in. So I chose SDG 4, quality education, and also when you mentioned something about infrastructure, so it came to my mind that it can also go under SDG 9. But anyway, that was an excellent study that you have done. Thank you very much. Ismail, yeah, Muhammad Ismail. Yes. Did I hear someone call me? Can I move on now to from Philippines? Let's go back to India. I would now like to call upon our cute, very famous Ambassador Manat Pankul Armija. She's a student of Class 6 DLF Public School in Ghaziabad, India. She's the youngest Speak Up champion and certified TED-Ed speaker. TED-Ed, okay? That's a global platform. Where are you, Manat? Oh yeah, I saw you. Yeah, you're already there. Your video is on. All yours, Ambassador Manat Pankul. Share with us your thoughts.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from the land of diversity, India. Myself, Ambassador Manat Pankul Armija from India. I'm an IIU Youth Ambassador India, ISDC Public Relation Officer. I'm the youngest Speak Up champion, certified TED-Ed speaker, international storyteller, and published author. It's an honor and privilege to be part of Global Youth Leadership Summit 2023. As the future of our proud nation, young, we have not yet learned to fear our audacity, to write different stories, to challenge inequalities, and to accept others and to connect to them makes us unique actors in achieving sustainable development goals. The Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, also known as the Global Goals, were adopted by the United Nations in 2015 as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030, all people enjoy peace and prosperity. 17 SDGs are integrated. They recognize that action in one area will affect outcomes in others, and that development must balance social, economic, and environmental sustainability. Countries have committed to prioritize progress for those who are furthest behind. SDGs are designed to end poverty, hunger, AIDS, and discrimination against women and girls. Through all SDGs are most important and need urgent action, but I stand by Goal 13, climate change. SDG 13 on climate change, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. The goal recognizes that addressing and minimizing the risk posed by climate change is integral to successful implementation of the SDG. Climate action includes targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and detailed steps for meeting and tracking those targets. Plans may also include elements such as resilience, strategies, and clean energy targets. Let me share a few ways to combat climate change and its impacts. Climate change is increasing the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events such as heat waves, droughts, floods, and tropical cyclones, aggravating water management problems, reducing agricultural production and food security, increasing health risk, damaging critical infrastructure, and interrupting the provision of basic services such as water and sanitization, education, energy, and transport. Climate change is caused by human activities and is threatening the way we live and the future of our planet. By addressing climate change, we can build a sustainable world for everyone. But what happens if we don't take action? If left unchecked, climate change will undo a lot of the progress made over the past years in development. It can also exacerbate, as we are already seeing, current threats such as food, climate change. Today, the Division for Sustainable Development Goals plays a key role in the evaluation of the UN system, wide implementation of the 2030 agenda, and on advocacy and outreach activity relating to the SDGs in order to make the 2030 agenda a reality. We all future leaders of SDGs should take broad ownership of the SDGs, must translate into strong commitment to implement the global goals. Today, Ambassador Manat Pankalarnija take a pledge to voice out concerns to reduce waste and say no to plastic. Taking strong climate action will not only help negate these impacts, but will also have significant sustainable development benefits. Improve health, create economic opportunities, help families thrive, stand up, take action, and voice out concerns. Else, there will be severe consequences for humankind. Always remember, it's our duty to save the environment's beauty because there's no planet B. Future in your hands now. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Manat Pangkula Armija, for that very fluently fluently articulating SDG 13 on climate change. Thank you, Manat. I now move on to the next speaker, also from India, Rishit Gupta, student of class 10 from Kaitan Public School, Ghaziabad, India. Are you there? Where are you, Rishit Gupta?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Okay, all yours, bro. Please
Thank you, sir.
share with us your thoughts.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, respected dignitaries and my dear friends who are participating from different parts of the world, I'm very excited to be a part of this event of Global Standard where we are discussing about SDGs. I'm presenting my views about quality education, which is the right of every child on this earth. So, first of all, let's understand what exactly quality education is. Quality education is the education that best fits the present and future needs of the learners, as well as it provides students with the tool to deal with challenges and find solutions for confronting mankind. Now, a question might arise. What is the need of quality education? So, in my views, I think that poor quality education is leading to poor learning outcomes in India. Sorry, sir, just poor learning outcomes in India, which is ultimately pushing children out of the education system and leaving them vulnerable to child labor, abuse, and violence. I believe that the audience would agree that this is not only the issue of India, but it is problem of the whole world. So now we know that quality education is very important factor of sustainable development. In fact, the government is promoting quality education by various acts like making primary and secondary education free, removal all kinds of educational discrimination, giving equal opportunities to all, and providing upgraded, safe educational institutions. Despite of these efforts, there are some barriers that are affecting quality education. So, yeah, now I would like to address some of the major barriers that are affecting quality learning. Those barriers are like, for example, lack of interest and motivation, low self-confidence, limited attention span, learning disabilities, and difficulty in understanding new concepts. These barriers significantly impact a person's ability to acquire skills and retain new knowledge. So now, as I come to an end, I would like to mention that as a young leader, I would promise myself to promote and sensitize people about quality education so that we move ahead together towards victory. I hope that this would have been informative for all and would have given you an overview of quality education. And yeah, thank you all for being a patient listener, and I'm signing off for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishit Gupta, sir, for your passionate, sharing of, and it appears to me that you are really passionate about SDG 4, which is quality education. That's a good sign for a young man like you, a future leader. You are already paying attention to quality education. Bravo, well done. Okay, from Rishit, now in India, let's move on to another country. Let's go back to Zimbabwe. I like to now call upon Ruvimbo Mwonde, student of grade 7, Lusitania Primary School. Where are you, Mwonde? Oh, there you are, Mr. Ruvimbo. Very nicely in your school attire. You look awesome. Please, all yours, share with us your thoughts on SDGs.
Good day, everyone. My name is Rimba Monde, and I'm learning at Lustanya Primary School in Zimbabwe. So give me a sec to share my screen. So I'll be talking about SDG number 3, good health and well-being. The major point is to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. For example, youth can create posters and post it on their social media platforms, encouraging parents to take children to health centers to receive vaccination programs. Vaccinations against COVID-19 for 12 years and above. In our country, Zimbabwe, farmers are encouraged to grow small grain crops like sorghum, millet, etc., which are healthy and drought resistant. SDG number 4, equality education. By 2030, we should ensure that both girls and boys complete free and quality primary and secondary education. Youth to encourage children to attend school and stop drug abuse. Encourage children from disadvantaged families. For example, in Zimbabwe, we have welfare programs like BIM, which will provide them with money for school fees and examination programs. Thank you very much for listening at my presentation.
Oh, that was short and brief, Ms. Ruimbo Mwonde, but thank you for sharing with us SDG 3, good health and well-being, and SDG 4, quality education. Okay, from Zimbabwe, now let's fly back to India. I now like to call upon Shania Singh, student of class 4, Mahadevi Virya World Academy, Calcutta, India, the world's youngest storyteller. I called her early on, right? Where are you? Are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm
Where
here.
is Shania? Oh, okay. All right. Okay, please.
Hello, everyone. Namaste. My name is Shania Singh, and I'm the world's youngest storyteller. My name has entered the International Book of Records, Asia Book of Records, India Book of Records, and America Book of Records for being the world's youngest storyteller. My motto is to spread reading culture in children through my storytelling skills. I'm also a published author, and today I'm going to talk about a very important topic, youth. Youth are a major force for sustainable development and key agents for social change, economic growth, and technological innovation. From calling for urgent climate action to tackling inequalities and gender bases, young people are driving the decade of action for the Sustainable Development Goal (SDGs) forward. Youth are often more open to new ideas and they like learning new skills and keeping the necessary information. The youths are sensitive and are susceptible to a lot of things happening around them. The youth must strive to be positive and optimistic and should not easily give up and feel defeated. They are essential for building a bright future in the country. Reduce, reuse, repair, and recycle electronic clothes, plastic, and other items that we buy cause carbon emissions at each point in production, from the extraction of raw materials to manufacturing and transporting goods to the market. To protect the climate, buy fewer things, shop secondhand, and repair what we can. Stop using plastic and start using jute or paper bags as they can be reused. Buy fewer new clothes and other consumer goods as it will also reduce your carbon footprint. Thank you.
Thank you, yeah, for sharing with us a very quick, tonight. Okay, I now like to move
Thank you so much, sir.
from India. Okay, from India, where I forgot. Yeah, don't forget, she's the world's youngest storyteller. Okay, we'll now move to back to the Philippines. Yeah, I'd like to call upon Sama Cristabel Lacanlale, student at St. Patrick's School, Quezon City, the Philippines. Cristabel, are you there? Cristabel? Oh, you are there. Okay. Sama, okay. Please. Can't hear you.
So, good morning, good afternoon, and good
Okay.
evening to all of you present here. I am Summer Cristabel Arla Candale, a STEM student from St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, Philippines. It is an honor for me to be speaking before all of you today at the Global Youth Leadership Summit 2023. Before I delve into my presentation on the awareness of the conservation of green turtles, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Dari Ida Kanay for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my insights. I would also like to express my sincere appreciation to each and every one of you in this Zoom meeting. So let me begin with an inspiring quote by Archie Carr. A renowned American herpetologist, ecologist, and conservationist, he once said, "For most of the wild things on Earth, the future must depend on the conscience of mankind." This quote highlights the pivotal role that human beings play in safeguarding and nurturing our natural world. It emphasizes that the destiny of Earth's wildlife and ecosystems lies on the hands of humanity. By embracing ecological awareness, compassion, and responsible actions, we hold the key that is harmonious, sustainable, and beneficial for all living creatures on Earth. So before everything, we need to know certain things, such as what is SDG 14 and what are the challenges green turtles commonly face. Sustainable Development Goal 14, Life Below Water, pertains to the conservation and sustainable use of the oceans, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. It is related to the study in a way that students' understanding of the green turtle conservation is vital for marine preservation, particularly the Cleonia midas species. Schools play a key role by integrating this topic, enabling students to shape the destiny of marine life. Education empowers them to championship conservation, making sustainable choices for our ocean's better future. Now, heading on to the introduction of the study, according to Goal 7 2020, sustainability is a complex issue of the 21st century, and that the Sustainable Development Goals, also known as SDGs, provide a roadmap for achieving sustainable growth. As stated in the United Nations General Assembly 2015, SDG 14, specifically focusing on life below water, aims to conserve and sustainably use oceans, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. Oceans play a vital role in sustaining life, regulating the climate, absorbing carbon dioxide, and providing oxygen. However, Virgo in 2018 stated that the oceans face critical pressures such as overfishing, pollution, habitat devastation, and climate change, compromising their ability to provide economic, social, and environmental benefits. Therefore, Whitehouse in 2014 and Gangal in 2021 note that efforts to preserve green turtle nesting habitats, reduce ocean pollution, and minimize human impact on green turtle reproductive processes are extremely essential. Now, heading on to the research questions, we have number 1, how does a school implement marine conservation focusing on SDG 14 green turtles protection? 2, what are the challenges and opportunities for marine conservation in school? And 3, how can green turtle conservation efforts in schools contribute to achieving SDG 14? And what are the implications of these efforts for sustainable development and marine conservation? Moving on to the conceptual framework of the study, the conceptual framework of the study consists of the input, the process, and the output, which are the themes of the study. And to the methods used in the research, the study made use of a qualitative case study approach. According to Hill and Whitecross in 2018, a case study is a research methodology commonly used in social and life sciences. This research paper made use of the instrument open-ended questionnaire. So the statements of guests in 2019 indicate that these types of questions can also provide valuable and vivid insights that complement the more straightforward responses of trained through structured questions. And in the study conducted, the researcher utilized a thematic analysis method to evaluate qualitative data. According to Caulfield in 2020, this method is often used to analyze collection of texts, such as interview transcripts. Now, before delving into the results, we must first identify what are the themes that the research has. Number 1, we have the lack of education on marine conservation and green turtle protection.
and school initiatives and programs for marine conservation. And number 2, we have resource and support. And 3, we have collaboration, action, and influence. So moving on to the results, I provide a concise overview for efficiency. However, if you require more precise insights, I have provided my research paper and slides in the chat box. Feel free to open it anytime. So the results obtained from the administered questionnaires reveal a prevailing lack of programs and collaborative initiatives concerning green turtle conservation and awareness raising within the educational institutions attended by the surveyed students. According to the pie chart, it is evident that 45.5% of the 11 respondents possess knowledge regarding the conservation of green turtles, while the remaining 54.5% lack this knowledge. This discrepancy indicates a significant knowledge gap among the students. Now on to the number 2. The analysis of 11 participants' responses revealed a consensus that schools need sufficient resources and support to educate students about green turtle conservation. A couple of respondents have expressed that their schools need enough financial resources to facilitate hands-on activities and direct engagement with conservation issues to fully educate students regarding the conservation of green turtles. Moving on to the third question, we have the respondents emphasized the importance of collaboration, actions, and influence for schools to advance SDG 14 targets related to green turtle conservation, like through collaborating with NGOs, government agencies, and other orgs. It was also stated that social media could provide awareness. To the discussion of the study, so the analysis of the research questions revealed that most participants reported a lack of education and programs on marine conservation and green turtle protection in their schools. And so that is all for today. Here are my references list that I have used in completing the study. If you want the full copy of it, do not hesitate to ask. Thank you.
Thank
That
you,
concludes
Ms.
the
Samar.
presentation regarding the SDG 14, Life Below Water. I hope I was able to provide helpful information. Once again, I am Summer Cristabel Arlacanlale, and I'm grateful for the time and attention you have given. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Samar Lacanlale, yeah, from the Philippines for sharing with us your study, which is linked to the SDG 14, which is Life Below Water. Now, let me move on to the next speaker. From the Philippines, we shall fly back to Zimbabwe. Okay, and I'd like to call upon Kekona R. Chinhara, student of grade 7 from Lusitania Primary School, Zimbabwe. Where are you, Kekona Chinhara? Oh, there, I saw that. All right. Okay, Miss Chinhara, all yours. Please share with us.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. My name is Kikona Chinara, and I'm from Lusitania Primary School in Zimbabwe. Today, I will be focusing on gender equality and clean water and sanitation. First of all, the Sustainable Development Goals aim to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030, all people enjoy peace and prosperity. I believe that with enough help from people all over the world, they will be able to achieve this goal. These SDGs are designed to end poverty, hunger, AIDS, and discrimination against all women and girls. Gender equality. SDG 5 aims to achieve gender equality and empower women and girls around the world. It also aims to end discrimination, violence, harmful practices, and ensure full participation in public life. The youth can help by posting their status and other social media platforms to spread awareness to people all over the world. Clean water and sanitation. Goal 6 ensures access to safe water, sanitation, and hygiene, as it is the most basic human need for health and well-being. This means an investment in the necessary infrastructure and sanitation facilities to provide basic hygiene and clean drinking water to communities around the world. Safe drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene are crucial to human health and well-being. Safe wash is not only a requirement to health, but contributes to livelihoods, school attendance, and many more. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Chinhara. After listening to so many young leaders, I now have more hope to this planet. It's looking at how fluent you are, how passionate you are in discussing, like Kekona. She was just talking about SDG 5, which is about gender equality, and she also spoke on SDG 6, which is about clean water and sanitation. Thank you, Ms. Chinhara, Kona Chinhara. Now let me move on to the next country. From Zimbabwe, we are going back to the Philippines. Sophia Glory Ann Monteclaro, student at St. Patrick's School of Quezon City again. Are you there, Sophia? Oh, okay, all yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Sofia Gloria Ann Monteclaro from St. Patrick's School, Quezon City, Philippines. And I'm here today to share the presentation on the research, a case study about students' coping mechanisms. It gives me the ultimate honor to discuss with the eminent panelists and my esteemed research teacher the insights I learned from my extensive case study on this important subject. The educational process encompasses diverse experiences, challenges, and stress for students, requiring effective handling and overcoming to create a supportive learning environment. Allow me to conclude by expressing my sincere gratitude to the distinguished panelists and my respected research teacher, Sir Dari Dakanay, for giving me this opportunity to present my research. To my research. It is my goal that the new information I share today will add to the body of current knowledge and inspire insightful debates about how to better support our students in their academic and extracurricular endeavors. Starting off with introduction, coping methods. Coping methods can reduce stress in various situations. Students often face challenges that make it difficult to overcome, leading to stress. High self-compassion individuals use positive cognitive restructuring as a coping mechanism, while lower levels may resort to problem solving or diversions. The purpose of this qualitative case study was to, number one, explore and gain an in-depth understanding of the coping mechanisms utilized by students in their daily lives within the academic context. Number two, contribute to the existing body of knowledge on students' well-being. And number three, provide valuable insights for educational institutions and practitioners to design tailored interventions and support systems that address students' unique coping needs. The problem of this study was a limited research in exploring and comprehending coping mechanisms employed by students in order to support and foster resilient learning environment. Despite the increasing recognition of the challenges faced by students in various educational settings, there remains a lack of in-depth understanding regarding their coping mechanisms and strategies. Here are the research questions. Number one, what coping mechanisms do students in the specific context use to manage stress? Number two, how do these coping mechanisms differ from coping mechanisms used by students in other contexts? And number three, how do social and cultural factors shape the use of coping mechanisms in the specific context? With the methods, the participants of the study will be 10 students inside St. Patrick's School of Quezon City from grade 10 to grade 12 students, and will be given a survey about their coping mechanisms and the effects of stress to them. This study utilized a qualitative case study methodology to analyze students' coping mechanisms. a widely used approach in social science fields like sociology, management, anthropology, and psychology. In this study, Alvi 2016 utilized a proposed sampling strategy, which is a non-probability sampling technique. This approach involves the researcher's deliberate selection of participants based on specific criteria set for the study. Rather than including all available individuals, only those who met the predetermined requirement were chosen for this participation. The study has found that academic stress is the primary cause of stress among students, influenced by external expectations, academic performance, and fear of failure. Students use various stress reduction techniques such as exercise, socializing, meditating, seeking help, and prioritizing self-care. Treatment and healthy coping mechanisms are crucial for improved well-being. Based on the collected data, according to Rondor et al. 2016, it was found that academic work emerged as the primary stressor for the participants. All respondents highlighted the overwhelming nature of academic work due to busy schedules and looming deadlines. The study aimed to uncover students' experiences beyond the classrooms and identify the key factors contributing to the student stress. The survey results clearly indicate that academic stress stood out as the predominant cause of stress among students. For the recommendations for students, this study aims to raise awareness and promote positive changes in educational institutions by highlighting the negative effects of excessive academic stress on students' well-being and understand the challenges they face in managing workload. For the parents, this study offers valuable insights for parents to support their children's education, enhancing their understanding of academic stress management challenges. For teachers, this study aims to improve instructional practices, extend deadlines, and provide students with extra time for academic stress management. And for future researchers, this study provides a foundation for further exploration and investigation into student stressors and coping mechanisms. Building upon the insights gained from this research, future studies can delve deeper into understanding the specific contexts that contribute to student stress, as well as effectiveness of different coping strategies employed by students. Finally, the link between my research presentation and sustainable development goal is related to well-being and good health. Our physical and mental health well-being are equally vital. Our mental health can be improved, our emotions can be better managed due to stress, and we can deal with stress in a healthy way if we practice mindfulness meditation. This objective seeks to encourage a healthy lifestyle for everyone, not only for students, but for everyone. That is all, and thank you very much.
Professor Khairuddin, you are muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I was saying that well done, Sophia, for sharing us a study on student coping mechanism, stress or the stress reduction technique. But I like that part where you said that parents it will help also broaden the outlook of parents, because in most cases, more often than not, it is the parents who pressure their students, the young ones, to study. And so well done. Thank you, Sophia. Now I'd like to move from the Philippines. We will go back to India now. I'd like to call upon Gata Jain. Are you there, Gata? She is a student of class 10, Ronak Public School in Haryana, India. Gata Jain, are you there? Oh, sorry. She was waiting for me to add her in. Gata, are you there now?
Coming in the room. She's coming
Yeah.
now.
She just got into the room. Yeah, okay.
Yes, Professor. Wait, let us wait.
Can you hear me?
So yeah, sir, yeah.
Yeah, yes, okay, Gata. Now I can see you. Please share us some of your thoughts on today's youth summit.
Yeah, sure. So, hi all, this is Gatha from India, and I would like to talk about Uniform Civil Code. I hope you all know what exactly a Uniform Civil Code is. Many of you, in whatever respective countries you live, there might be Uniform Civil Code, but talking about India, it has not been implemented yet. It's been 70 long years that Uniform Civil Code is the debatable topic where people are debating whether it should be implemented in India or not. So I would like to put my point about the application of the Uniform Civil Code in India, and I would also love if you would interact with me about it. So very rightly, Narendra Modi ji said, if in the same family there is one law for one member and another law for a second member, will that household be able to function? Can one run the country with such dual system? A civil code a civil code means that all sections of the society, irrespective of their religion, shall be treated equally based on a national civil code, which shall be applicable to all uniformly. The roaring example of Sarla Mudgil's case in 1995 was a significant legal matter in India. It tackled the issue of individuals converting to Islam to evade Hindu marriage laws and commit polygamy. The Supreme Court ruled that converting to Islam to commit polygamy was unacceptable and urged the government to enact a UCC. Don't you think UCC speaks volumes about shaping the Indian Court of Law? One more focus on John Willimontim's case lights the interface between autonomy and religious rights, underscoring a consistent approach to minority rights. Who can forget the Shah Bano's case in 1985, a landmark legal dispute in India, highlighting the issue of Muslim women? She sought maintenance from her husband after the divorce. The case triggered debates about the application of the Muslim personal law and led to debates about gender inequalities. Eventually, the Indian government's decision to overturn a court ruling and pass the Muslim Women Protection Act in 1986 led to the ban of the instant triple talaq, providing Muslim women rights and protections in divorce matters. Muslims say that UCC shall not be accepted in the country as it is not according to Sharia. They say that it disrespects their religious norms and hurts their sentiments. If so concerning, why don't they follow the Muslim criminal law according to Sharia as well? Let me tell you all that the Muslim criminal law according to Sharia says that robbery, if done, would lead to amputation. Within the context of Islam, it refers to the removal of hands or feet. This, along with beheading, flogging, stoning, and crucifixion, is a prescribed punishment in the Islamic law for the consumption of liquor. So, do they have any answer to that? Isn't it right to call it hypocrisy or criticizing the government against whatever they do for the welfare of the country? In conclusion, I would like to say that a civil code is not merely a legal reform. It is a crucial step towards building a stronger, united, and egalitarian country. Thank you.
Thank you, Gata, for sharing your thoughts. Very powerful views. If I may quickly, as I was listening to what you're talking mostly about the UCC, the Uniform Civil Code, and which is very pertinent to your country, I can say it all comes under of many of the SDGs. I can off my head now. I can say that what you're talking about, what you're raising, affect SDG 5, SDG 10, and SDG 16. Right? Thank you, Gata, for your very powerful views about the issue, which is also related to SDGs. Okay, now let me move on to the next speaker from Gata Jain. Okay, we move. We now fly back to Africa. We go back to Zimbabwe, and here Shaniqua Kaguru, student of grade 7, again from Lusitania Primary School. Shaniqua, are you there? Yes, you are.
Yes, I'm here.
Good, good. All yours, Shaniqua. Can you on your video? I can't see you. We can't see you. We'd like to see you.
Okay, just give me a minute. Can you see me?
No, there's nothing there. Okay. We can see you.
Okay.
Please.
Give me my screen.
We
What
see
happened to
you,
your screen,
Shanika, but we don't see your screen.
Shanika, we're not
Yes.
seeing your screen.
Let me try again.
Dr. Patricia needs to be proud on her students. Congratulations, Dr. Patricia. They are really amazing. All professors today with their students. Big
Yes,
congratulations.
I know. When I
Yes.
see that, I can tell. When I see someone speaking, I can see the professor smiling. Giving
Yes,
support to their
Patricia is
students.
smiling now.
Thank you.
I'm still having some technical difficulties with.
Never mind. Just look at your screen and then talk to us.
Yes,
You don't have
yes,
to show your screen.
yes, dear. Try
Yeah,
again.
you don't have to show your screen. Just read from your screen and share with us. Okay? Shanika?
Yes.
Professor Karudin, how do you feel today with this amazing youth?
I feel good. I feel useful. What do you call that? I am part of what do you call it? Preparing the young people, the youth of the future.
Yes.
And I've heard
Yes.
so many interesting, young, very potential leaders that we
Yes.
for the last, how many hours? How long have we been online? 2 hours.
We are professor already 2 hours. 2
Yes,
hours.
yes, 2 hours. Yeah, we started at 8:30. It's now 10:30.
Shanika, dear, listen. You can talk. You can explain us what you want to show us. We will listen you, dear.
Okay, let me start.
Okay, dear.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shaniqua Kaguru, and I am from Zimbabwe. And today I'll be talking about SDG 7 and SDG 8. SDG 7 talks about affordable and clean energy. The goal of SDG 7 is to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy, which is key to the development of agriculture, business, communications, education, healthcare, and transportation. SDG 7 can be achieved by infrastructure and upgrade technology for supplying modern and sustainable energy services for all in developing countries, in particular, least developed countries, small island developing states, and landlocked developing countries, in accordance with their respective programs of support. Youth can advocate Youth should therefore advocate for use of clean energy. For example, creating posters educating parents on the use of solar energy and biogas and not to use firewood. SDG 8. It talks about decent work and economic growth. The goal of SDG 8 is to promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. SDG 8 is important because it aims at fostering sustainable and equitable economic growth for all workers. Economic growth can lead to new and better employment opportunities and provide greater economic security for all, putting job creation at the heart of economic policy and making and development plans will not only generate decent work opportunities, but also more robust, inclusive, and poverty-reducing growth. Economic growth should be a positive force for the whole planet, and we must protect labor rights and put a stop to modern slavery and child labor. Youth can advocate on self-employment and online jobs. Like in my country, Zimbabwe, the government is encouraging people to be entrepreneurs, thus being their own bosses, thereby improving the economy and generating incomes for the families. At the same time, they will be addressing poverty issues. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Shanika Kaguru from Zimbabwe, for sharing with us SDG 7 and SDG 8. Okay,
And thank you to our mother. Your mother was with her.
Yes, I could see the mother was on the phone. Okay. I'd now like to call upon, I've been asked to call upon this young person. Let me see. Yes, I was asked, Vishme, are you there, Vishme? Dr.
Yes,
Poonam has
yes.
asked me to call. Okay, Vishme now, can you share with us? It's a very young
Yes. Wow,
fellow.
Professor Vishme is so beautiful.
Yeah, I know, very well dressed. Come, share with us. Wonderful. Share with us your thoughts on the topic today. Okay, on the sustainability development goal. All yours, Vishme. We'd like to hear from you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. At the onset, I would like to thank the organizers and the IIU for the opportunity to speak at the SDGs 2023. Of many topics, I base my talk on a crucial subject: meaningful youth leadership to prevent violent extremism. Before I delve deeper, I would like to quote Zevil Alirzeva, Chief of the Office of the UN Under-Secretary General for Counterterrorism. He said, terrorism robs young people of their lives and opportunities of their present and their future. Youth, therefore, has much at stake as anyone in counterterrorism. We, young people and youth organizations present at the Global Youth Summit must recognize that the choice to support violent extremism is driven by many factors: a sense of disengagement and marginalization, despite the interconnected world we live in, leaves young people vulnerable to recruitment wherever they are. Some young people join violent extremist groups to pursue exclusionary ideologies, rectify real or perceived injustice, or feel part of something larger than themselves. Some feel coerced to use violence because of manipulation or fear. The resulting violence has taken too many innocent lives. In response to extremist violence, governments have taken action to counter violent extremist movements, often through military force. However, this approach only tackles the symptoms of the problem rather than addressing factors driving participation in violent extremism. In many instances, security responses by the government further aggravate tensions and trigger more support for violent ideologies. More than ever, the response to violent extremism needs meaningful youth participation at all levels. We recognize the gravity of the threat of violent extremism today. To effectively address violent extremism and promote peace, youth must be engaged as partners in designing and implementing relevant programs and policies. With commitments to learning, partnership, and innovation and impact, we are ready to address violent extremism, a defining challenge for our generation. Young people and youth organizations around the world are already building peace and preventing violent extremism. The activities are categorically divided into four heads. First, preventing violence and recruitment into violent groups. And we can go about it by working across communities and religious groups to foster trust, dialogue, and mutual understanding, building social cohesion, and decreasing marginalization and injustice. Second, facilitating young people's disengagement from violent groups by working with young people who have joined violent extremist groups so that they can make a new choice by linking young minds with their peers and empowering youth to help others see a peaceful future for themselves, talk about their dreams, fears, aspirations, and gain constructive skills in responding to conflict. Third, producing and amplifying new narratives by sharing our stories and ideas about a future without violence through traditional media outlets to reach people of all ages. By using social media to amplify new, authentic, original voices that connect with those vulnerable to online recruitment and violent extremist narratives. Fourth, fostering effective and meaningful partnerships with local and national governments and international institutions to design policies and strategies that prevent and counter violent extremism. Recognizing that policies and strategies focused on youth without youth input are rarely effective. Our contributions to these policies ensure that they are appropriate, relevant, and impactful. Working with other youth, civil society organizations, research institutions, religious leaders, and governments to identify and address drivers of conflicts and marginalization. Today, from this platform, I would like to advocate that in order to counter violent extremism and build positive peace, all actors must partner with young people and jointly address this challenge. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vishme George. You are seeing and you just heard and you just saw a future leader speaking very eloquently on the topic of violent extremism. And I'm sure, I hope, this will spread to other young people all around the globe. And so that together they will be with Vishme George to ensure that the future of Earth is safer so that we can contain, any violent or extremist groups. There are plenty around actually, quietly or some are openly. But I'm heartened and I'm excited because now I hear a lot of young people like I'm sure there are many young people like Vishme who shares the same thoughts as Vishme. Thank you, Vishme.
Thank you.
I now like to call upon the next speaker. Let's move back to the Philippines. Riza Janelle R. Catris, student at St. Patrick's School. Are you there, Riza? How do you pronounce it? Oh, yeah, okay, you're there. You're already putting on your slide. Go ahead.
Pleasant greetings to everyone. I am Riza Catris, a student at St. Patrick's School, and I am here today to present to you my qualitative research titled Exploring the Perceptions of Students on Green Marketing Strategies. The important concept highlighted in the introduction is the growing significance of green marketing and perceived social responsibility. It emphasized how businesses and consumers are increasingly concerned about environmental sustainability and the impact of their purchasing decisions on the environment. The problem of this study is the limited literature about students' perceptions in green marketing strategies. The problem of the study will be answered later by the following research questions. For the methodology, the research design used in this study is phenomenological to gain a deeper exploration of the students' thoughts about the environmental sustainability. The researcher used a purposive sampling technique as it helps the researcher to gather in-depth and meaningful data that aligns with the research objectives. In the data collection, questionnaire was used to collect data as it allows the researcher to efficiently gather data, providing a valuable insight into their perceptions of green marketing strategies. The data analysis used for this study is thematic analysis, as it was flexible that it helps the researcher to explore and understand the complexities of students' perceptions on green marketing in a comprehensive and in-depth manner. For the results and discussion, it has 3 research questions, and each questions have a theme. For the first research questions, what are the perceptions of students regarding green marketing strategies, and how do they define and understand the concept of green marketing? The theme focuses on choosing eco-friendly products to benefit the environment and reduce pollution. For the second research questions, what motivates students to engage with green marketing strategies, and what are the factors that influence their decision-making process when it comes to purchasing green? The theme examines the impact of green marketing initiatives on consumer behavior and the effectiveness of environmental marketing. And for our third or last research questions, how do students envision the future of green marketing strategies, and what are their suggestions for students to improve their green marketing efforts? The theme assesses that green marketing strategies align marketing with sustainability and demonstrate environmental responsibility. For the recommendations for students, lead your community with green marketing and sustainability by inspiring others to make a positive impact. For teachers, teach your children about green marketing, responsible consumption, and eco-choices, involve them in decisions, and nurture their curiosity for sustainability. For teachers, promote green marketing through hands-on activities, fostering real-life understanding and sustainable projects. For schools, adopt or implement sustainable practices in school operations and involve students to foster green marketing awareness. My research is connected in the SDG12, which is the responsible consumption and production. The concept of green marketing strategies aligns closely with SDG12 as it involves promoting products and practices that are more environmentally friendly and sustainable. By understanding students' perceptions of these strategies, this contributes to the goal of fostering responsible consumption patterns and encouraging businesses to adopt more sustainable production methods. Thank you.
Thank you, Reza Catrice. That was excellent. Your research on green marketing strategies, which is linked to SDG 12. Okay. And since you were talking about...
I think Professor Karudin today
Yes.
all learn a lot from this amazing youth listening.
Yes,
Their
yes.
research, their steps, they are really awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely. As I listen, as I moderate, I'm also learning from all these young people. Excellent.
Yes. And now we have the Pajadipali is coming, Professor Karudin. Jason's coming.
Okay. Who is it we are calling? Nada?
Call Jason Pajadipali. He comes now.
Okay.
Little Prince, younger Prince.
Where are you, Little Prince? Prince Pagidipali, where are you?
Jason, please. He's still there. Jason.
Are you there?
Okay, move forward. So he maybe
He's
he
not
lost
there yet.
again connection.
All right. Okay, I will call Mr. Garch, Mr. Kunj Garch from India. Where are you? Are you there? I thought I saw you. Yes. Yes. All yours, brother. Please, all yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I, Kunjgal, a student of class 10th, would like to address a pressing concern that has been growing in our society: the culture of junk food among the youth. This is a matter that requires our collective attention and action, as it has significant implications for the well-being of our younger generation. The allure of the junk food is undeniable with its convenience and appealing flavors. However, we cannot ignore the detrimental effects it can have on our youth's health and overall development. The increasing consumptions of the high sugar, high fat, and low nutrient foods has contributed to rise in obesity rates, chronic health issues, and poor dietary habits among the young population. The culture of junk food not only affects the physical health but also impacts the mental well-being. Studies have shown a link between the poor diet and the mental health issues such as depression and the anxiety. Our youth deserves better than this. They deserve access to nutritious foods that promote their growth, energy, and development. As responsible adults, educators, and community members, we must take protective steps to counteract with this trend. We can start by raising the awareness of the consequences of the excessive junk food consumption. Education plays a crucial role in empowering young people to make the informed choices about the diet. Additionally, we need to work together to provide better alternatives. Schools, parents, and policy makers can collaborate to offer healthier food options in the educational institutions and public spaces, encouraging the home cooked meals and teaching cooking skills can also promote a promotive relationship with the food and the healthier lifestyles. Ultimately, change starts with us. We must lead by the example, demonstrating the benefits of the balanced diet and an active lifestyle. By fostering a culture that values nutritious food and well-being, we can empower our youth to make the choices that will positively impact their lives on the long run. In the conclusion, the growing culture of the junk food among the challenge is a challenge that requires our immediate attention. Let's work hand in the hand to educate, provide alternatives, and inspire healthier choices. Together, we can help our youth lead healthier, happier lives. Thank you. That's all.
You are amazing. Thank you so much. Really wonderful job. Thank you. Leonardo, can you hear me? Congratulations to all young students today. Well done.
Dr. Where did we lose Professor Karudin?
I think yes, they are. I cannot see him.
Yes, I think we lost him. But let us see who is did we have Prince?
I think he joined. Yes.
Yes. I
Yes.
want to call now a very young, also little student, Jason Pagitipali. And yes, Our great Jason Pajadipali is coming from a family who is always working for the humanity and big. He's a young, big humanitarian and social worker. Jason, welcome. Jason, please unmute yourself. Jason.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi. Hi, Jason. We don't see you.
Greetings, Excellency.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you are in the dark. Dark Jason, Dark Prince comes. Welcome.
1 second.
Oh,
wow.
He is amazing.
You can start there, Jason. Please start.
Okay. Greetings, Excellency. I'm Jason from Global Change Mission India. Thank you for opportunity. You youth are the best and very best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, dear Jason. Thank you. We are so happy to have you here today. Tell me, please, is your brother with you?
No.
No, your brother is not here.
He's in Delhi.
Okay, yes, he's in Delhi. We see he was with our beautiful Manat today, friends, doing together, getting an award. We see that there, Jason. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, dear Jason, and keep doing a great work. Your father, Sir Raja, is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Professor Karudin, please.
Sorry, I got locked out a while ago.
We have now Jason, Prince Jason, please let us see. Did anybody of our youth left here?
I
Did
can't hear
all
you.
speak? Please, Professor Karudin, can you check? Because I think
Yeah, okay.
I think that we come to the end, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
We still have some more speakers.
Okay, Professor Patricia, please, can you call your students, please, because Professor Karudin lost his connection. Okay, who?
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Nada, for giving me this opportunity. I'm going to call upon one of my students, Tinomuda Gwenanguruwe. Are you there?
Okay, please. Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, it's over to you, Tino. The virtual podium is yours.
Welcome, Tinomuda Gwenagurwa.
Thank you.
Please, can you open your camera? Great, great, thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, can you put a full screen if you can? Great, great.
Today I'm going to be presenting on SDGs 9 and 10. SDG 9, Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure. Sustainable Development Goal 9 is about industry, innovation and infrastructure. SDG 9 aims to build resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industrialization and foster innovation. Infrastructure and industry. Infrastructure is crucial for development, from transport systems to power generation facilities, water and sanitation networks. It provides the services that enable society to function and economies to thrive. This puts infrastructure at the very heart of efforts to meet the Sustainable Development Goals. Industry. Industry increases productivity
job creation, and generates income, thereby contributing to poverty eradication and addressing other development goals, as well as providing opportunities for social inclusion. Goal 10, reduced inequalities. Too much of the world's wealth is held by a very small group of people. This often leads to financial and social discrimination. In order for nations to flourish, equality and prosperity must be available to everyone, regardless of gender, race, religious beliefs, or economic status. When every individual is self-sufficient, the entire world prospers. The goal has 10 objectives to be accomplished by 2030. Reduced inequalities. This is mainly focusing on equality between people, countries, races, etc., in order to maintain fair treatment. So, amongst the young people, we should engage in activities that bring about development of our countries, especially gender equality, empowering women and girls and creating decent employment for the youth, and also teaching on SDGs. Sustainable Development Goal 10 is about reduced inequality. Focuses on reducing inequality within and among countries, making sure that the future that the next generation is stepping into is an equal environment where everyone is able to partake and benefit from the available resources, featuring new methods. By involving ourselves in programs like clean-up campaigns, cyber safety awareness programs, making and participating in technology hubs and SDG clubs, creating posters and posting on statuses on afforestation and recycling campaigns. The role of youth in accomplishing the SDGs. Increasing sustainable development policies. The policies put in place by state institutions must aim to address the needs of the communities. We young people must enable change for the better and not to resist it. Design innovation solutions. For example, in Zimbabwe, university institutions have built innovation hubs, which the youth can use to come up with lifetime global solutions to problems. Us as youth are supposed to support education on sustainable development. For example, in Zimbabwe, pupils are supposed to do practical projects to solve real-life problems from as early as primary school level. Youth should find ways to secure their future. For example, use of artificial intelligence to find long-term solutions. Activities for us young people: reducing, reusing, and recycling, growing trees. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Tinomuda. Thank you for your great speech. Wonderful, Dr. Patricia. You have an amazing student. We are really proud on you and your great students. Let us move further. Kumbirai Gaza. Is Kumbirai Gaza here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, welcome. Oh, wow, you have a beautiful white suit. I like it.
Thank you. Good day to you all. Thank you for the time you've given me today to share my thoughts on how the youth can contribute towards the SDGs. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Can you put a full screen? It is great. It is great. You can start.
All right. So today I'll be talking about the SDG 11 and 12. So the SDG 11 mainly focuses on making cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Having inclusive cities whereby everyone is enabled and empowered to fully participate in the cultural and political opportunities to particular city has to offer. A safe city to enhance public security and welfare by developing network security systems to the necessary response from detection to action. Safe cities are cities that have the ability to absorb, recover, and prepare for future shocks. We can volunteer our time, energy, skills, and resources to the community development programs. The youth can also contribute to economic development through cultural festivals. This youth has the power to help a country develop and move towards progress. As we are the future vision, as we are the future, we should be able to empower ourselves, and our parents should also have the ability to empower us. Youth can contribute towards safer cities by being members of local neighborhood watches. It also creates employment, stopping harassment amongst the youth and educating them. SDG 12, to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Unsustainable patterns of consumption and production are root causes to the triple climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution. SDG 12 tackles problems of unsustainable consumption and production, land degradation, soil fertility, unsustainable water, and overfishing. As the youth can help by prevention, recycling, reusing, and reducing of waste. Youth can form clubs for food donations and visiting children's homes for donations for food. In Zimbabwe, youth participate in cleanup campaigns for help to reduce and the Fumbudza as a way of promoting soil fertility. This basically shows the main points that SDG 12, SDG 11 is supporting the community and how it is embracing the youth. And this is also SDG 12, which mainly talks about to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was really amazing. I like your view. I like what you say. Big. I want you all to give a big clap to our great student. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, we need to move further. Let us see who we have now. Professor Dr. Patricia, do we have more your students? So if we have, let us finish with Zimbabwe.
Yes, we have two. We have Junior Nyandoro.
Please, can he come?
Yes, he's here.
Junior Nyandoro, welcome. Please.
You are muted, dear Junior.
Yes, you are muted.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Junior Nyandoro from Lustania Primary School, and I'll be presenting SDG number 13, 14, and 15. SDG number 13, climate action. Climate change is now affecting every country on every continent. It is disturbing national economies and affecting lives, costing people, communities, and countries dearly today and even more tomorrow. The greenhouse gas productions from human activities are driving climate change and continue to rise. So we need to take climate change action seriously as youths. We can create awareness on the industrial activities that reduce air pollution. You can also educate peers on the threats of climate change because they are the leaders of tomorrow. Things we can do to prevent climate change are to conserve water, recycle, reduce energy consumption, and to reduce waste. SDG number 14, life below water. Oceans are our planet's life support as they provide water, food, and help to regulate the weather. If we do not stop polluting our oceans, there will be severe problems that affect every creature below water. Pollution poses the greatest threat to our planet and the lives of future generations. We should try to reduce waste because most of the waste that is produced ends up in the ocean. Usage of wrong disposal of plastic is a major cause of marine pollution. As youth, we can organize cleanup campaign for rivers, dams, and oceans. We can develop and share posters with information on ways to conserve life below water, which includes supporting small-scale fishers and avoiding overfishing. SDG number 15, life on land. We as humans should avoid destroying the environment of species on land. Afforestation helps giving oxygen to animals on land and helps them to continue living. We can affect life on land by pollution, unsustainable agriculture, deforestation, and habitat loss. Things we can do to help life on land are to avoid desertification by planting trees, not littering, avoiding extinction of wildlife in Zimbabwe. Examples are rhinos. To sustainably manage forests and stop deforestation. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on this global platform.
Thank you. Thank you, great, dear Junior. Amazing. I like your presentation. You share us with your talks, you share us your examples. Thank you. Let us stay still in Zimbabwe because we have our last great student from Zimbabwe, and it is Takunda Munita. Dr. Patricia, is it here?
Yes, Takunda Murira. Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today I will be talking about Sustainable Development Goals 16 and 17. Let me share my screen. Can you see it?
Not yet. It's coming. Yes, I see. It is. Please, can you put a full screen?
Okay.
Great, great.
I'll be starting with Sustainable Development Goal 16, which is peace, justice, and strong institutions. Every day, 100 civilians, including women and children, are killed in armed conflicts despite protections under international law, which is why the goal is to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development. People everywhere need free of all form of violence and feel safe as they go about their lives. To address this, governments, civil society, and communities must work together with youth to implement solutions to reduce violence, deliver justice, and inclusive participation at all times, and combat corruption. As for how youth can contribute, here at Lusitania, we recently had a donation activity where the whole school donated clothes and toys to Pacific Children's Home. Youth should stop violence against each other. For example, not cyberbullying, and take care of the environment by recycling, plant trees, and plant and even to take care of wildlife. The youth should learn the importance of laws and some major rules used in their country. Youth should also desist from participating in any form of violence, corruption, crime, or any human rights violation. The youth should exercise their right to hold elected officials to account. For example, in Zimbabwe, we are in the election period. The youth should desist from participating in any forms of violence. Now for 17 partnerships for the goals. It is about revitalizing the global partnership for sustainable development. The sustainable development goals can only be recognized with a strong commitment to global partnership and cooperation. To be successful, everyone will need to be mobilized. Both existing and additional resources in developed countries will need to fulfill their official development assistance commitments. As for how youth can contribute, the youth can learn culture and way of life of other nations to better communicate with them in the future. Youth can partake in their own partnerships to help them further understand what partnership is all about. Youth can join or create a group in their local community that seeks to mobilize actions on the implementation of the SDGs. Youth could also encourage governments to partner with businesses for the implementation of SDGs. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Takunia. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. It was really amazing. Congratulations. We like this, especially when you talk about these partnerships. We need the partnerships, especially with the youth. When we are talking about the youth, we need mobilities, corporations, interactive programs. So here today, so many new students you are meeting. So make a collaboration, try to meet these amazing students. And yes, let us come to our last speaker today from India. It is Jashaveen Panda from India. Welcome, Jashaveen. The stage is yours. Big clap to our last speaker. Jashaveen, please unmute yourself. Dear Jashaveen. Okay, I think that we lost our Jashaveen. So till we come to the end, maybe Jashaveen will join us.
Madam, he's joining. She's joining.
Okay. Let us wait. Few minutes. It was really amazing. This day, the students, the 17 SDGs, these speeches, talking about with the heart, with so much knowledge. I can say today on this IIU stage, really, youth empower us with the knowledge, everything. It was really amazing. Professor Pradipta, it was wonderful. Our Sir Piyush Pandit need to be proud on our youth, on our great youth, because he's always talking about the youth. He wants a bright future. He's giving it at each one moment. Dr. Ringa, thank you. Thank you for being with us for a big support. And Professor Karudin, you were today a wonderful master of the ceremony. You make it great. Dr. Patricia, thank you for the support for your students. Your students were amazing. And Dr. Dari was with us. He had great students from the Philippines. Today,
Yes,
so many. Yes.
Dr. Patricia, and what's the name of the one from Philippines? Excellent. They will support.
Dr. Dari, yes.
Dr.
Great.
Zari, very
Yes.
supportive. I noticed when his students was talking, he will be smiling. There,
Yes, yes, really.
Yeah.
See, joining actually network problem. We are just connecting with through another system. Just a minute.
Okay, we will wait. We will wait for a minute.
Okay,
No
okay, we'll wait.
problem. No
After all-
problem. We will wait.
After all, he's the last speaker. Let's give
So
him
what?
more.
So what, Professor Karudin, for us means to wait 1 minute. We are here today, full 3 hours. Full 3
Exactly,
hours.
absolutely. I
Yes.
didn't realize. My God, 3 hours.
Yes. 3 hours are we here with our beautiful youth. Dr. Patricia, are these students with you at the BICAP in India? Did you?
Yes. Hello. Yeah, there are, yes, Nico Kikona in Ruvimbo. Yes, they are the ones who spoke today. Were with me in India. Yes, for the cultural.
Great,
exchange.
great.
Wonderful.
So they have an opportunity. They have an opportunity to participate in amazing BICAP. Great, wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, yes. So, Professor Karudin, any advice for our youth? What you say? You are a adjunct professor. You have an opportunity to have so many students. So, what we need to do more?
They should know more about the world that they are going to be taking care of. So some of the things that we did bad in the past, they shouldn't repeat it. So it's our duty, Professor Nada, Professor Inga, Professor Patricia. It is our responsibility to guide them. They have their own way of doing things. They have their own way of wanting things. What we can do is just share some of the wisdom that we accumulated over the years. And, we lived in times when there was, no social media, there was no smartphone. Now they live in a different new world. We have to adapt to them, but at the same time, it is our responsibility to give them, to share them some wisdom, some little advice, so that they will not repeat the things that we have done. That's all I can say.
Yeah, thank you.
They may want to listen to us, they may not want to listen to us. Yeah, Dr. Nada?
Yes, our beautiful student, our last student, join us. So maybe until she lost the connection, let us give her a big clap. Welcome. Welcome, dear.
Where is she?
Rishi, can you start, please? Oh, still we have problems.
Yeah, she's struggling with the
We have
connection.
problems. Kishi, Rat, what's now? Will we wait or we will finish our session? Khirit. I think that we come to the end really because issues are networked. So we will have so many new opportunities. With our students, we will make another conferences, another summits. Education is our vision and our mission. So I want to say once more, this is a special event.
Might be he joined through the LP Panda sir mobile. Lakshmi Panda.
Respected Riati, please can you say what you say?
Yeah, she joined through the Lakshmi Panda sir's mobile.
Where is she?
Jasmine,
listen, we are waiting.
No, we are waiting. Is she joining us?
Jasmine, are you there?
I think connection problem.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's connection problem.
Okay, let me say what I think to say. So if she joined till I finish, I want to say more things why today for us this is very important. Today is a World Humanitarian Day, and why it is a 20th anniversary because before 20 years, there was a big attack in the Baghdad. So that day, so many colleagues were presenting there, and there is a big tragedy which changed the humanitarian operations. So today, we are respected around the world. We want to target all of this global event, these global operations, challenges. We want to raise geopolitical tensions. There are so many humanitarianism what are making the attacks. Today, our youth prove us why we are working, why we are educators. So we celebrate this dedication. We want to serve all people in the need. I want to repeat again, our great President of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, yesterday on a big event say, we celebrate their unwearying dedication to serve all people in need, no matter who, no matter where, no matter what. We are here. So today we really come to the end of our session. We want to thanks again to all our beautiful youth, to all their speeches, to all their insights, to all their messages. Professor Pradipta, thank you. Thank you so much as a president of our global community for educators. Sir Piyush Pandit, thank you once again as a founder of International Internship University, and also here a president of the Global Education Forum. I want to thanks to our great Dr. Snikta Kadam, our COO, to Professor Nada Ratkovic. I want to thanks to our great Master of Ceremony, to our Europe head, Dr. Inga Karchilava, to our teachers, professors who were supporting their students this 3 years, this event. Keep doing great work. So we are really proud on you all. I want to also thanks to our great Dr. Elizabeth Lucas, who is with us on the Facebook. Dr. Queen, thank you. We know that your mission is empowering the youth, making a transformation of the youth, giving them the knowledge of the leadership and relationships, sharing the positive nuggets of the wisdom. Thank you. Thanks our great audience. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for supporting us. Also, I didn't mention, I want to thanks to our great Poonam Goti for her student, Dr. Patricia, Professor Dr. Dari, and all here who were today with us. So, till our next event, stay safe, stay healthy, and let us continue learning and growing together, because we are coming with new sessions. Especially we want to promote more sessions for our youth, global community for education, International Internship University, and IIU Research Centre is doing that. So who was not here today, will have a big opportunity to join us next time. PHA rate, did your student join? Please unmute yourself.
Can't hear you.
Unmute yourself. We don't hear you. PHA, we don't hear you. Unmute yourself. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I think so. So let
us.
Network problem. Yes.
Network problem, madam. Yeah.
No, can you say something in her name, please, at the end? Are you a professor?
Actually, sustainable development goals, the young generation, the children, they have told it very nicely. And I am happy, very much happy that they able to know something about the sustainability of the life. It's a great one, because everybody, from the school level, they have tried their best to understand what is the sustainability and each sustainability role is what and how they will maintain that one. They're given very good things. It's wonderful now. And on this occasion, I want to tell one thing that IIU and members have given very good platform to everybody, that everybody can able to participate and can able to understand the meaning of the sustainability, and they will understand each and every point of the sustainability, and each point is indicating to what the responsibility for the society and for the youth, what they have to deliver in the upcoming future to save their society along with the life, you can say that synchronize with them for the towards a better sustainable life. It's a real amazing, ma'am. All of your effort and the student what they have delivering, it's a wonderful.
Thank you.
So I
Thank you.
thank
And
you
I
all
think that
the
your
members.
student come. I think that your student come. Please call her. Now
Yeah,
she join again.
right.
Okay. She joined now again. Please, can you hear us?
Yeah. Jasmine, are you there?
She joined. Now I let her in and now again, I don't see her. Okay, Professor, we come to the end
Well,
once
I'm
again.
calling. I'm just calling by phone. Only 1 minute here, because she is suffering the fever and she has the interest to tell something.
Yes, okay. So these changing roles of education and research in achieving the Sustainable Development Goal and SDGs. Today, we learn to rethink, we learn to act, we learn to achieve. We know and we can say that education will always be a linchpin of Sustainable Development Agenda, whose success really is on the individual through the lifetime, through the relevant knowledge, through developing positive attitudes to address the global changes. Again, with the human rights, with the social worker, we want to empower, we want this type of framework, we want this type of framework for make understanding, for address the justice, for equality, for universality, for interdependence of the human rights. So as we see today, we are doing on that, this Global Youth Leadership Summit 2023 on the theme of the young leaders for the SDGs. Today, we really come together to honor humanitarians around the world who is striving to meet ever grow found. So having here South Africa, Philippines, India, Zimbabwe, Georgia, Azerbaijan. So we have students from all around the globe.
You
And
forgot to mention Malaysia.
And Malaysia. And we have Malaysia, the biggest student, our great Professor Kerudin. I think that really we will not wait no more. CA rate D. Professor, your child had a problem with connection. We are really sorry. We wait a lot for the student. And I think that we need to finish because we have more other duties to do today.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
Yes.
Yes. I'm a father of Jasaswini Panda. Right now, I think our voice is audible to you, ma'am.
Okay, let us try. Sir.
Okay.
Dr.
Thank you.
Let us try.
It's a wonderful, ma'am, because the students, those who are here and they are finding that the youth of our country.
Can you open your camera? Can you open your camera? We want to see you.
Okay. Jasaswini.
Oh, beautiful. Welcome.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Welcome. We are waiting you whole time.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Can I start now, ma'am?
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and fellow young leaders, today we gather here to celebrate a remarkable force of change, a force that is shaping the future we envision for ourselves and generations to come. The Young Leaders for the Sustainable Goals, or SDGs. The SDGs are also known as the Global Goals, are a set of 17 interconnected goals established by the United Nations in 2015 to address various global challenges, including poverty, inequality, environmental sustainability, education, healthcare, and peace. These goals provide a framework for countries and organizations to work together to create a more sustainable and equitable world by the year 2030. In a world that constantly evolves, where challenges seem insurmountable and where the path forwarded may seem unclear, it is the young leaders who rise to the occasions, who dare to dream, and who take bold actions that inspires us all. These young leaders are not bounded by conviction. They break barriers, they challenge norms, and they fearlessly embrace innovations. Young leaders often serve as advocates for important social, economic, and environmental issues. They raise awareness about these issues among their peers, communities, and broader audiences, helping to mobilize and drive public discourse. By using their platforms and influence, young leaders can simplify the voices of marginalized or underrepresented groups and shed light on the pressing global challenges. These leaders are not defined by age. Rather, they are defined by their unwavering commitment to a vision of a world where poverty is eradicated, where inequality is replaced by inclusivity, where access to equality education and healthcare is a right, not a privilege, and where our planet thrives in the harmony with humanity. Young leaders for the SDGs are architects of change. They stand at the forefront of a movement that champions sustainable solutions, that fight for justice, and that demand accountability. They understand that every action transforms, that reverberates across borders and cultures. These leaders inspire us with their audacious aspirations and ignite very hope through their deeds. They remind us that progress is not a distant ideal, but a tangible reality within our gaps. Through their innovations, they harness technology to bridge gaps and uplift the marginalized. Through their advocacy, and they simplify voices that deserve to be heard. Through their resilience, they overcome adversity and drive change ever in the face of daunting odds. But being a young leader for the SDGs is not just about individual accomplishments, it's about collaboration and community. It's about recognizing that the challenges we face are interconnected, that our efforts are independent or interdependent, and that our impacts is amplified when we stand united. So let us embrace the spirit of collaboration. Let us amplify the call for action, and let us empower one another to be catalyst for transformation. Let us the change makers, the trailblazers, and the torchbearers of a brighter future. As we celebrate the achievements of these young leaders, let us also commit to support their endeavors, to learning from their experiences, and to development goals. Together, we can write the narrative of our world. Together, we can create a legacy that our future generations will look upon the gratitude. Together, we can make the SDGs not just a vision, but reality. Thank you. And thank you for giving
Wow.
this opportunity.
We were waiting this for the end. We really are happy. We really need
Super,
to
very
hear
nice.
you. Yes, a big clap for you to the end. A very powerful, strong message. And we are sure now that you are fighting. Your friends and youth, your environment is doing that. Thank you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you
And
very
yes,
much, ma'am.
we
Thank
are
you very much.
waiting you. We are waiting
Thank
you
you very much.
again. Will you join us again?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Wow, great. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Lakshmi, for this. For we were really patient. We are happy. So let us finish this amazing Youth Global Summit today. Thank you. Thank you once again. I will not repeat all what we say. Till our next summit, till our next event, stay safe, stay healthy, and let us continue learning and growing together. Bye, 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 bye.